And so our adventurers, known as the Shades, have been tracking Captain Tooth north of Saerloon to several locations that he was known to have frequented. Finally arriving at Fort Kevlon, the party was able to engage the gnolls that had taken over the fort, send them fleeing, and rescue the prisoners that were there. They learned that Captain Tooth had recently been moved to a nearby farmhouse. They needed to find the captain because he had information vital to determining the next step, the next link in figuring out who was behind the storm that had emerged in the northwest over the Anorak Desert that was growing and threatening the land with a cataclysmic, really ash covering that was seemingly putting everything into a deep winter, almost a nuclear winter. As the party traveled to the farmhouse to find Captain Tooth, they were able to overcome an ambush that lay in wait for them before they arrived at the abode. Sneakily infiltrating was Killian as a chipmunk, as he was able to listen in on some arguing and conversation going on as several individuals interrogated Captain Tooth. There was a brother and sister half gnoll who seemed to be the leaders of the gnoll pack that had overtaken the fort, as well as a wizard that was a gnome that was there, seemingly a member of the Zentarum, as Killian noticed some of the telltale tattoos on his arms, as well as his bodyguard, and an old, haggard-looking woman that had her face mostly obscured by a hood that was draped low, who seemed to be kind of overseeing the conversation, even as she herself paid some sort of respect to an air myrmidon which was hovering and looking on, watching the whole spectacle, not saying anything, but observing silently. As Killian made his way in to try to take Captain Tooth away, the rest of the party engaged the guard outdoors in an attempt to draw the attention away. And while they were successfully able to fell the largest beast, a massive Rajang that was standing guard, and several other of the protectors of this interrogation, the party didn't have a clear exit strategy. And so after Killian successfully whisked away Captain Tooth, the party continued to fight until finally Katya was able to conjure a wall of flame which separated the battlefield and allowed most of them to escape, but one did not. And as June was captured in her flight by the air myrmidon that knocked her down and then slew her, bringing its massive flail to bear on her small frame, Morthos was able to observe her untimely death, collect the necklace that she had recently been given, and return to the party who was collecting themselves several hundred yards down the road. And now, as Morthos approaches, a necklace dangling from his right hand, Captain Tooth being held by Killian, as the rest of you approach. Shades, what are you doing next?
Did you guys see me take down that beast? It was crazy! I whacked it so hard! That was an intense fight. Where is everyone?
Ray.
Wait.
You look terrible.
I'm pretty beaten up, but I took down, it was larger than me, and I said, nothing can be larger than me, and I took it down, and I did. Yeah, I'm kind of hurt a bit.
Is there a lion in front of us right now?
No, it is just Killian. None of you saw the lion.
All right, well...
Is Morthos behind you?
I don't know. Where is he?
What is that?
I thought we all got out.
I thought so too. I followed you guys.
I'll say no one told me I'd have to train my cardio and respiratory systems to get out of these
JB,
situations.
You saved my life. Thank you.
How many times?
Like at least 20, maybe 30, maybe 40, possibly even 50.
Somebody write that down.
Sorry to interrupt. Everybody, this is Captain Tooth. Ray, if you would, since you are a little bit more
Taller?
Yep, taller. If you wouldn't mind making sure he doesn't skedaddle out of here, I think he's a little eager to get on his way.
And about that time, as Ray grabs the shoulder of Captain Tooth, you all turn and you see Morthos kind of emerge out of the darkness as he is kind of staring at the necklace in his hand and then looks up at the rest of you.
Thank goodness you're alive, Morthos! Is June behind you?
What is June?
Yeah, where's June?
She must be behind you, right?
Where's June? Morthos. Where's June?
Well, we have
Like
to go
she's still
back
in
and
there?
save her.
Yeah.
There is no saving what that's for.
Sorry. Wait. Wait.
in the mood.
June,
Mute her.
what do you mean there's no saving her? A nom can save anyone.
Ray,
What?
she's dead.
She can't be dead. She's June. She didn't finish my portrait.
They smashed her face into the ground. She is gone.
Like gone?
Forever.
Like forever, ever?
Good lord.
But
I say this is what we signed up for.
JB.
I had not finished my statement. I barely knew her, but she was a welcomed part of the team. I can't believe we didn't all make it out of there. I don't know what to say.
She can't be like gone, like forever, ever.
June is dead. She's dead, Ray.
Welcome to the real world.
But a nom is supposed to protect. She had the butterfly around her. She can't have died.
What do we do?
Well, if anyone would like to take a swing at this Captain Tooth character, I believe that this was all instigated by him. Nobody? Anybody?
I don't want to take a swing. I want to run my sword through someone.
It's just not fair.
I will back away from Morthos. Multiple steps.
He was so young.
What?
About this time, you, Killian, hear in the distance another, with your passive perception, the sound of an incantation, much like the one you heard in the midst of, well, you didn't, well, much like the rest of you heard in the midst of battle, but you hear an incantation and you look as down the road about 300 feet, a wall of flame appears again. And then there's a flash of light as Katya kind of emerges through a dimension door and says, "Do not wait. You must get out of here. I will hold them off. Quickly.
But we need
No
to
time.
June.
Go. She is dead. She is done. Go."
JB's running.
Let's go.
Let's move.
Go. Move.
She turns and begins rushing back in the direction as you hear the sound of a fireball erupt behind you.
What a woman.
And
Ray's gonna hesitate for a little bit, staring back at the thing, kind of contemplating to go back to June. And she hears Ollie just say, "Come on, Ray."
come on, Ray.
She'll chase after him.
So the rest of you take off. Captain Tooth not fighting you at all, Ray. He's just running alongside you. His hands are bound, but his legs are free. And you guys run the 4 or so miles back to Fort Kevlon, only taking a few breathers to try to collect yourselves. And it's a dash. But because of Katja's intervention and having taken out the majority of your foes, though not all of them, you don't see any sign of the enemy when you finally rush through the broken down gate of Fort Kevlon, and the waiting eyes of those who you left there remain. You see Casper Tenley has a sword, the sailor who is there, who immediately gets a look of joy as he sees the captain being brought back in tow. You see Mazarin, the Castellan of the guard, who is now in has a shield and a different sword. He had an axe before. He appears to have gotten a sword and is kind of in his full battle attire. And you see Luque, who is still bound to the dwarf, but is kind of in a defensive position at the ready for whatever may come through the doors. They all look at you as you emerge, and you hear Mazarin, the Castellan wood elf, call out, "Ho, ho, what news? What news? Shall we prepare for combat?"
Don't think so.
I think Katja held him off. I think we need to hunker down and get the hell out of here.
We have the guard and the children, and certainly wouldn't be good to leave at night.
No.
We can set up a watch. I'm happy to take the first, but it seems by your sullen faces that, and well, your petite compatriot's not here.
We lost one.
I am sorry for your loss.
Me too. You know loss. Look at the carnage here.
Yes.
Doesn't make it any easier. Well, I need to rest. I don't know about you, Ray. You, again, look terrible. You need to rest as well. We need to rest, set up a night shift like you said, and we gotta get out of here. First thing in the morning.
The most secure location is the keep. We have no way of... We have no gate. It's been destroyed in the siege by the gnolls, but...
There's also a massive hole in the back wall.
Correct, which you skillfully placed there. I would ask that perhaps you organize a watch yourselves and keep up with me, and well, at first light we can make our way for Saerloon.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good idea.
I'll watch the whole night. I don't think I'll be able to sleep.
Ray,
You need to sleep.
you need
June died!
And you're going to as well
Ray,
if you don't take care of yourself.
Ray, I
But
think
how can I take care
I
of
think
myself
I-
when we lost another member?
I think I can see your intestines, and therefore you need some magical resting.
But it
time.
doesn't matter. The butterfly flew around, which means a gnome was protecting her, but he didn't protect her.
Ray, listen to
She
me.
died.
Obviously, he was not. Or this is what was supposed to happen.
I said previously you should not put all of your faith in something you cannot see, touch, and prove. And so
I can prove it.
Ray, I think, we don't understand why all things happen. I would not go as far as JB to say you need to give up all faith, but
well, do not misconstrue my words.
there is understanding that there may be a bigger plan, and that June's death may not be in vain, although we may not understand why, or even remotely come close to being content with this outcome. but we can turn inward and make sure that her death is not in vain.
So Anam might have wanted her to die?
Oh, I don't think that Anam wanted her to die, but maybe allowed her to die for a greater purpose.
Well, I say that is complete and utter. He looks at Killian and stops. I think that perhaps we should sleep on this and chat in the morning. But it is clear to me that I don't think that she was a part of our plan moving forward.
Well, the butterfly circled around her, so she was. But
I guess it was just a short time frame.
I have to continue fighting for so she won't have died in vain. To keep going, right?
Amen.
Exactly. But you need to be at full strength for that. And
that makes sense.
some
Well,
rest.
if I'm keeping up with not letting her go in vain, and I have to finish her portraits and everything, and
Ray,
and
just know, we will avenge her.
well,
We will revenge her.
sometimes my dad says revenge isn't like the best thing, but
Your dad
continuing
was
on the path that she started, and
horribly wrong.
well,
Revenge
my
is
dad is
sweet.
like the smartest person ever, so
Where is Captain Tooth?
Huh?
Is he in
He's
the
there.
ruins?
He's being
No, I
held
can't.
in one. He's just listening to all of you guys.
Look at me.
He
We're
looks
going
at
to talk, you and I.
I am glad to talk. I have nothing to hide here. Thank you very much, all of you. I am glad to be catching my breath, and well, I am happy to be leaving in the morning to Saerloon and getting on my ship and going far, far away from here. Indeed. And you saved my first mate. Hello. Good to see you, Casper. It is wonderful. Oh.
should we tie
Captain.
him up?
Good to see you, Captain. It's been less than a day, and I'm just so happy that you're safe and found and smiling and if superbly stupendously.
You're just trying right now. Like you're just trying too hard.
It is true. It is the S words are not working for you right now. Okay.
I'm a second first mate.
It's true.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm the second first mate that there is.
Yeah.
On whose ship?
Oh, mine. I'm a
He's
captain.
captain.
Captain Oliver Flotsam. Ollie. Captain Oliver Flotsam. Any of those will do.
We just need to get him a hat, and then it's
Where's
official.
your hat?
I'm working on it.
And he kind of takes both of his bound hands and just brushes the brim of his tricorn hat, and he says,
Where did you get your hat?
I found it. You know, it's pretty nice, yes?
I know. All good captains, they don't buy the hat. They find it.
It's true. It's like a mark. It finds you.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm trying to find mine.
Right.
I'm a
perhaps.
greenhorn.
Well, thank you for saving me. If you would like, perhaps you could sail in Armada with me.
Well, we met. I would never turn you down. But
Anyway,
we have to save the world.
Right. Noble. Very noble. Saerloon, you let me go, and I don't really know why I'm still tied up.
Actually,
You're a bad guy.
well, we don't know that. We don't know that. That's a jump to
I am
conclusion.
not a bad guy.
It's-
I mean, there's bad guys, and then there's bad guys.
We saved your life, and in it, June died.
Oh, well,
I am very, very terribly sorry for your loss.
You don't look sorry. She was the best person.
I mean, yeah, she was good.
So sorry.
I always thought she was hiding things from everyone. But
She was a beautiful artist, although, well,
What?
kind of beautiful artist. I saw one of her drawings of my mom, and it didn't turn out too well, but she tried, which made it beautiful.
I say,
Point of order. You don't know if that was your mom.
I say, Mr. Tooth here.
Yes.
We have An agenda. We have an agenda. Yes, everyone has an agenda. And this agenda includes you coming with us back to town.
I am more than happy to be doing this.
Yes.
Unless you
yes.
run away in the middle
Totally
of the night.
I would
understand.
never think of such a thing.
We
You're a
will
bad
for
guy.
sure.
Bad
We
guy.
will for sure treat you with respect. However,
Mutually so. Yeah.
so many things have happened over the past few days. I find that, depending on what everyone here says, I'm not sure we should untie you. I do apologize.
He's playing us a little bit. I know that remember the trick you did with your sword? Can you just want to show everybody?
This sword is right here on my belt.
I take it from him.
You can have.
Can I have it?
Oh yeah, you can look at it. So he can do this thing. Well, I'm assuming because he did it once and got out of those binds by going like this. He was like, and the sword was in his hand.
Oh, so I just need to put him to sleep and there will be no problem, yes?
Oh well, I don't think we need to do that.
Let's not.
But I think if we
I'd prefer
we
to see
should.
Ray put him to sleep. Maybe
Uh,
just
Mr.
bonk on the head.
I would like that.
I am cooperating.
I do not want to hurt the man.
I am no threat.
No, I don't think we need to.
He needs
I
to
like-
speak tomorrow.
But
Where
Mr.
did you
Tooth-
get your sword?
Mr. Captain Tooth, I think you are caught up in the middle of a lot of stuff.
Not by choice,
here.
but I assure you.
Well, I'm not sure I believe you completely.
I am totally
We read your
untrustworthy and
captain's
honest.
log.
What? No, we didn't.
Stardate?
What do you mean?
She
We
means
know that
nothing.
you're a bad guy.
No, we
You
don't.
you literally said, "Dear diary, I am such a bad guy today."
You read my captain's log?
Now,
Enough to know that
well,
you're a bad guy.
How did you get my captain's log? Unless you were on my ship.
all right. Long story short, we were on your ship by accident. By
Ray,
accident.
I think it's time for you to go rest.
Roll a deception check.
I say, real smooth move with that water elemental. However, it was not smart enough to outsmart us.
Wasn't there also like a spider on there or something?
Shh, 19.
Wait,
You accidentally
Listen,
fell onto my ship
I'm a captain
and
too.
triggered my water elemental trap?
I'm a captain as well. My ship was parked next to yours, and I was like, oh, yeah, there's my... Have you ever done that? Like, there's my ship. You walk on, you open the door, you're like, oh, crap, that's not my water elemental. That's what happened. It was weird. Somehow, my key worked for your door, and, like, it. I think we have a universal key. Us captains, you understand.
yep, I'm good. I didn't laugh in person.
The first mate, Casper, said, "Aye, Captain, it's convincing to me. I believe him.
Casper, you know, we're ship buddies.
It happened to me like 3 or 4 times
We're
before.
of the sea, right, Casper? We're of the sea. Say it.
Of
You
the
are seaman.
We are theming.
Yes. Yes, we are. I mean, yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes.
Right, Captain? I guess if you'll say so, they don't quite understand this phenomenon. But okay, if you say so. Anyway,
He's by accident.
So you read my captain's log
Yeah.
accidentally
Yeah.
when you were on my ship.
Well,
seems a little nefarious. I don't know who's the bad guy here, but I still don't even care. Let's get back to Saerloon,
I agree.
and we will have a conversation along the way.
Yep.
I am open book.
Yep. Help
I am
me help you.
of
Help
evil.
me help you.
Say,
Right?
I love
you
books.
need to go to sleep.
I do love
I'm gonna
books.
Ray. Let's
I
let's go
understand
talk
in your
over here.
grief that perhaps your anger emerged. That I
It is not.
totally
It's not
understandable.
his fault that our friend is dead.
Ah, you- the-
we
the-
went
the-
to rescue him
the
and then
halfling is
June
wise.
I
died.
cast calm emotion on Ray.
So Ray, you watch as Oliver kind of traces a circle in the air, and then almost as if able to kind of like crack it open, and like it looks like almost an aroma kind of emerges out of the rune that goes forth and kind of settles on you. And are you trying to resist the effects of this charm? Okay.
Ray is hysterical. She is just,
You immediately
like-
feel yourself calming, as if you were sitting in the eye of a storm, enjoying the scene of thunder and lightning play before you, and the beauty of the power of the storm, high up in your mountains. There is a serenity that overtakes you.
Home.
Ray,
Yeah,
why don't you go to bed and dream of home, and we'll talk tomorrow.
I miss my mom and dad.
I miss them for you.
Okay.
Good night. I love you. Sleep well.
I love you too, Ollie.
Good.
Night.
You're the best second first mate a Tabashi could ever ask for.
And
Thank
Bart
you.
kind of just caresses your face and wipes away the little tear that was kind of collecting as you were fighting back your emotion, and you kind of go into the keep. It was impressive.
I know a thing or two because I've seen a thing or two, so... Now listen, we'll talk some more. I think we can go further together than if we accuse anyone of anything.
I am not accusing of anything.
I'm not saying
Just,
you are.
You know, you kind of accidentally went onto my ship.
Weirdest thing.
Right, weird. Just
Yeah.
like it was weird that, I was being interrogated by those bad guys.
Super weird, like, who could have predicted that?
Totally weird,
Yeah.
right? So clearly you're not the bad guy, and I'm not the bad guy.
At worst,
It's
we're grey.
just a mistake.
Listen, I say, it is providential that we actually
it's a good
did end
word.
up on your ship, because you would have most likely. Well, I don't know what was going on inside of that house. However, I assume you would not have made it out of there alive. Yes.
Those people were bad people. They got me, and then they were asking me questions about something I don't even know anything about.
What were they asking you?
Stuff about like some magics or something that I am just totally oblivious to.
Oh,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Why would they grab you for that?
That beats me, as I said the same thing. I don't know.
I'm sure they told you they had some sort of evidence.
These people don't act on evidence. They act on whim. They act on they're bad people. They know people. They took over this fort and killed lots of people.
Yes.
And
What can you tell us about them?
the Knoll people.
No, the people who took you.
There was like a little gnome man that took me, and the wizard man, and he tried to like ask me questions about this thing that I didn't know anything about.
There was some more, I believe, in that conversation.
I was flustered. Perhaps you remember if you go.
What about this island and Lord Seed that the Zent are looking for? Oh yeah, I was in the room as well. Surprise, surprise!
Well, if you know, then you can regale them with your information.
Well, I mean, I think that I'm curious on some of the answers as well that they were asking you.
I really don't understand what even what is Lord Seed? Is that like I don't know.
You
like
know,
it's
just
some
like
monarch
the-
somewhere.
Just like the vapors that pour from your skin, this smells fishy.
Because he's a pirate.
Listen, just because we're both sea people doesn't mean we all... I'm at your side here.
Yes.
Doesn't mean we
one
all smell like
understands.
fish.
This one understands.
Yeah, one kept into another.
Aye,
Well,
yeah.
goodness.
So,
I thought the fish line was going to be good.
if we're going to talk about, why you were in that room when you were in that room, I should probably relay to our group some of the things that I saw and heard. Are we by ourselves, or is there a congregation to this conversation?
You are all there, and everyone in the fort, with the exception of the Castellan, who, Mazarin, he is outside keeping watch with Luke. They're both out there continuing to keep watch.
Okay.
Ray is
I'll fill you in later.
went to a room, and the rest of you, with Casper,
The 13-year-old. This is grown-up talk.
That's Jason. Sorry, in case you're upset.
Okay.
so
some high-level characters seem to be in play here, Mr. Tooth. This is why I'm a little suspicious that you are still not quite forthcoming with who you are and what you know. But we'll get to it. It's okay. It's okay.
I am the captain of the Broken Sea. It's my ship. I was on a little inland vacation, and
A vacation to Saerloon.
yeah,
So,
I was going to Nordulin.
Oh, yeah.
It is beautiful this
It-
time of year.
And you
He's
were
always
hired.
beautiful.
And you were hired to bring something to somebody.
Don't remember.
I thought it was grapefruit.
They hit my head hard, and I would benefit so greatly from some sleep.
That is a.
Perhaps you all would as well. I mean, we are looking quite ragged. I'm feeling ragged.
25 on insight.
He's lying through his teeth.
How
Sleepy.
about truthy,
Sleepy,
and I don't throw you in the pity.
Now, Killian, just don't be too rash here.
Oliver, remember the whole insight conversation we've had before?
Yeah.
This is one of those situations.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
And I remember one of our friends is now dead.
I do.
So
We must take every moment seriously now until we solve this fiasco.
I'm taking this serious.
I just think that he's naive. No offense.
I mean, I took offense.
Naivety.
And he should. You're just name calling for no reason. I
haven't called
perfectly
you-
forthtelling with you.
I haven't called you any names.
You have called him a liar.
I know I've insinuated that he's a liar.
Ah,
Tooth,
yes.
Tooth.
Yes.
Let me be.
Mustache man.
Let me be perfectly clear with you. Okay.
It is
It will be
glorious.
very hard to lie through your teeth when we break all of them.
Roll an
We
intimidation.
just had our friend die. You will answer the questions.
Roll an intimidation check.
Yes.
Isn't
Please.
charisma terrible?
All right, I believe you.
He looks at you wide-eyed and then... Yes, I will answer them all.
Damn straight.
Truthfully. Ask away.
Well,
Don't remember.
That's it.
Anyone else want to ask?
I'm gonna blow this bastard up.
Do it.
Why can't I never roll good
approval.
intimidation?
so in this room with Mr. Tooth, and I like call everybody over to one of the tables
I can't.
so
I
that
don't have any spells left.
we're kind of separated from the rest of the fort.
Okay.
Out of earshot from. Let's Shades and Mr. Tooth, you can join us if you want. We're gonna go over here and sit and have this conversation over there. So I'd like to fill you in on some of the.
So the Hedrith kids, they go up to bed. Well, it's just one child at this point.
Oh.
Oh.
Clutching his knife.
I'm dealing with him later. By the
Selly
way.
and Clinton. Clinton, by the way, the little boy who had the knife, he goes up to you, Morthos,
and
he
stabs you.
He kind of pulls on your cloak. He says, "Where's the nice lady who gave me the knife?"
Dead.
That's why you don't play with knives.
I don't understand.
Am I there?
Neither do I.
No, this is a side conversation. I know, but she was nice.
I was.
She must have been nice, but she's still dead.
What is happening? He starts crying again and kind of drops the knife and runs over to his mother.
Pick up the knife.
You died. You played
Okay.
poorly.
Is this the knife that came from you?
Yes.
So he takes the knife and literally, with all of his strength, he chucks it as far as he can.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Does it land on a rabbit or something?
Do we get some food out of this? Or?
You, in your periphery, kind of see the little child run away to his mom, who grabs him and hugs him and, looks at you, Morthos, with a sad eye and kind of shakes her head and just kind of tries to console him as Morthos picks up the knife that's there and just throws it over the wall and it just disappears into the
I
darkness.
think you should make him roll a strength check.
Go ahead, roll an athletics check,
It
Morthos.
just falls out of his hand.
It hits his mother in the head,
Rebound.
and she's dead.
It disappears over the wall into the darkness.
Ah.
You hear a deer die.
Yes.
Did anybody else hear this conversation with them or no?
It wasn't hidden. It was just kind of off to the side. So while you were focused on Captain Tooth, this was going on.
Morthos, maybe you would join us for this conversation. There's some information I'd like to relay from what I heard in the house. So, Mr. Tooth, you could fill in the gaps with your lies if you want at any point. But, I mean, your truths of what you remember.
To the best of my recollection, I am telling you everything I know. It is like, Scout's honor.
I see. In situations like this in town, I would usually bring in one of the local paladins to figure out what kind of truth-telling needed to be drawn out of someone. We could always try and find a paladin in town, maybe.
We know there's plenty. I don't know if we need to go that far.
Oliver, I think that perhaps Killian might lead the charge in this little talk moving forward.
Sure. Go for it.
I
hope your persuasion and deception are high.
They're not.
I just don't think that...
Here, let me put it this way. You seem to have a high opinion of this captain.
I message you in your head. No, I don't. I'm letting him believe that completely.
Ooh,
I'm not that stupid.
Well, okay.
I want him dead as much as everyone. But we're going to collect more flies with honey than we are vinegar.
Mm.
And he's just smiling at you.
So...
I love it.
I just want you to be Just want you to be real about.
I go over and I put my arm around him. This guy, yeah.
And his tail,
Bart is
his tail is so nice and fluffy.
Bart loves you so much.
It is nice tail.
Yeah.
It is nice.
I message you again.
Tail.
Want to stab him in the throat? Yeah. Yeah, good guy.
Yeah.
I get you.
Nice tail. Yes.
In the farmhouse, Mr. Tooth was there. He was bound. He was telling the truth about that.
Being horribly beaten by them, mercilessly.
That happened later. You weren't right away.
But eventually.
Eventually. I maybe should have...
Truth again?
There was... Here are the players in the room. There were two smaller gnolls.
Bastards.
They were... they looked to be brother and sister and actually half gnoll.
Half gnoll?
Yeah, they're kind of like created that way, it seemed. They were constantly trying to get an answer from another character, this older lady who had like a withered hand, and she was cloaked and kind of seemed to be in charge, although she paid homage to the wind creature that did... Well, I wasn't there. The wind creature elemental. But she seemed to be calling the shots, if you will.
Frightful witch.
Mm-hmm. That would have been my inference as well, is that she was a witch or hag. But they were constantly begging her to heal them of their accursed bodies. So my guess is they were not always gnoll-like, but they were leading the pack, if you will. They were tasked to, I believe, get the artifact or the item that will then lead to the artifact. So the item that Mr. Tooth had. Yep. Remember hired to bring something to somewhere? That's what it was. Item to these people.
You know, now that you say that, it is starting to jog my memory.
No! Well, you just remembered now?
I was hit pretty hard back there by that big guy a couple times, and...
Can't take a look at the back of your head?
Yes.
Did he hit you in the back of the head?
Yes.
Can I take off your captain's hat? I gotta see.
Well, it's he holds his hat and kind of just... It's like right there was the slam.
Oh, yeah, no, it's there.
Anyway, so yes, I do remember now. There was a contract or something that I was like just transporting this box of things. I don't know what was in it. And then we were ambushed, and it was stolen, and I don't know anything more than that.
Anyways, so.
Truth.
So you say there was an
Oh, he's lying. I look at you, looking at him, thinking, is he lying? Oh, he's lying. He's still holding things close to his chest. He's just.
I'm holding my hands close
So
to me.
I say you had the item you were supposed to
I
deliver.
had a box.
A box.
I don't know what was in.
Lying.
Who did you give it to?
Are you psychic? Because you're bad psychic.
So
I was trying to bug you.
who did you give that box? Who did you sell that box to?
It was stolen by some ruffians on the road.
What did this box look like?
It was like little box. It was a brown box.
And you opened it, and what was inside?
No, I did not. I could not. It was sealed.
Okay, all right.
Anyways, so.
Truth? Psychic.
I believe you on that one.
You should believe me on everything.
I do.
Anyways, so the he was supposed to get this item to the Knolls, and then this item would help
I'm gonna pass out.
would help this old witch hag find an artifact that is presumably pretty powerful. So that's part of what was happening. Also, there was a little gnome there who seemed to know you, JB.
No.
Oh, yep. He was magical as well. And
How do you know he knew him?
Oh, well, he said JB.
What, like, by name?
Oh, yeah, by name.
Did you hear that?
Those letters may have been spoken. I didn't know it was name.
What was that person's name?
Well, there was no name given.
It was gnome that was he took me from the fort to the farm. I don't know his name. Why would I know his name?
So
That checks out.
23. Still lying.
The whole entire time.
Still lying about everything. Did he know it was in the thing? No. 23
He's
was in his
continuing to lie.
Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. All right.
And Morthos pulls his veil down. The down those I don't think he's ever done. And I'm really hoping my eyes are just going to glow like fire.
You're a tiefling with bright radiant eyes. That is nice trick.
He's not a trick. And as he looks at him, he will let his echo come out. And literally right on both sides with what looks like just fists, but knowing that they will literally cleave his head off if he so chooses. As if highly suggest he stops lying and get us to do. While my friend Gillian here might have the patience to deal with you, I do not. And I would rather see the reports in the pit than listen to one more of your damn lies.
Yikes.
Testify.
They're more like half-truth.
I don't care. I want the full truth.
And nothing but the truth?
The truth.
Oh, how did I know?
You will meet whatever god it is that you serve. I will guarantee you that.
Shit.
Roll intimidation with advantage.
You didn't get me.
Well, because
And-
you passed, I'm giving him advantage.
And guidance.
In 18.
I will continue to tell the truth in totality. That is 23. Who are you people?
Oh, we're the Shades.
I say no. I believe that we are asking questions right now.
Yeah, all right. Now listen, I'm for you here, so. But maybe he asks some questions and you answer.
Please answer the question, Morthos.
So what was the question? That
Who was
you-
the gnome who spoke my name?
I don't know his name. He was boss of Zentarum.
I know who it is.
Wait, did you just say the boss of the Zentarum?
That's what they called him, boss. He was boss.
How'd you
Well,
know he was the boss of the Zentarum?
We'll talk about it
They
later,
call
I
him
assume.
I know who this is, and I know the reason why
I was
he
hired
wants
to
me.
take Box to Zentarum.
Oh. And because you didn't, that's why the Zentarum captured you and started to interrogate you. Does that sound about right?
Right, because someone stole the box from me.
Who stole it from you?
I don't know.
Who would do such a thing? You're such a noble, upstanding, fine young tiefling.
They were rogue typey people.
Ah, those rogue typey peoples are the
They're
worst.
bastards. They got me in this trouble.
So, let me get
I did nothing wrong. I got box,
I
and now
believe
the
you.
box is not mine, and now my life is.
So you got the box. Where'd you get it from to bring it here? How did they get in contact with you?
I was.
Listen,
He looks at Morthos.
listen, look at me. Look at me. I'm for you. I can keep you alive, okay?
Okay.
I, Oliver, will never harm you.
Roll a persuasion check.
Come on, baby.
14.
Stockholm syndrome
It's one captain to another.
starts kicking in right now.
Right. So I am captain.
Yep.
And on my ship, the Broken Sea,
Yep.
we sail to the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Yep.
And we were told to pick up a box.
Yep.
We pick up a box.
From where?
Another captain.
Oh, another captain.
Yes.
Good to know. What did he look like? Or she?
Well, I will tell you. This captain is very dangerous.
Aren't
It
they
is.
all?
Not all.
Not me and you.
You're not.
No, we're
dangerous.
best friends.
Right.
Yeah.
It was Captain Whitebeard.
Oh, you don't say.
Yes.
He's the most feared captain in all of the Sea of Fallen Stars.
Yes.
The worst.
We're worse.
He will cut your tongue out if you just look at him wrong. It doesn't
True.
make sense.
True. And he gave me the box.
He gave it to you.
Well, we had
You had a parlay, maybe.
prearranged.
Yes, understood. Did you go on his
I
ship?
was simply agent of Zentarum.
Yes.
That was all. I
So
was
they contracted
I
you-
was middleman.
How did they contract you?
I got a letter.
Oh, you got a letter.
Yeah, of
Good.
contract.
Yeah.
I
Like it
signed.
It flew to you,
I got
or
a
you picked it
message
up?
in my head from the boss, and I agree.
And that's how
So you
knew he was
don't
the
know
boss of
his
the Zentarum.
name, but he's speaking in your head.
Well, you see, I've done business with you.
so
before.
Phineas just didn't ever tell you that
Yes,
that was...
that name. That was the name.
Of course.
Oh, wait.
I didn't. Remember, you refresh my
He
recollection.
got hit on the head.
Right. That was the name, though. Good. You know him?
Yes.
Oh.
I have contracted with him before.
We are like both independent contractors.
I never got anybody
We are like
directly
brothers in
killed.
this. I didn't.
Insight check on JB.
So you don't understand how this works, then? We're not bad. We're just the middleman.
I was bad.
Well, shame on you.
All right, sir. You got it from Whitebeard, the most feared pirate in all the land.
Yes.
You got talked in your head. You signed a contract.
Right, and
apparently,
I brought it here to Saerloon.
and it got taken by
I was
thieves.
on the road. I came under attack. I was ambushed and bamboozled.
Yeah.
And
How many
I
bushels
flipped-
in that ambushel?
at least 12.
Ooh, that's a hell of an
Perhaps
ambushel.
even the baker's dozen.
Ooh.
Anyway, I barely made it out with my life and with my good friend here,
Casper, you're a great
and
first mate.
a couple other of my men who unfortunately met untimely deaths along the way. We barely got away from the Sanguine Cathedral before that vampire get a couple of them. And as the guys are in, there was like this Hydra thing and a big snappy crabby. And they
Yes,
also
We
died.
took care of them.
Well, you are powerful indeed. And then finally get to the fort on the way to New Orleans in my vacation.
Yeah.
Because I want to get away from all of the-
Naturally, when you lose something for the Zentarum, you
right,
want to
as
go
I said,
on vacation.
all truth, all of things I've told you already. Anyway,
Yeah.
some,
anything.
sometimes my voice changes to Italian. No, anyway. I then got captured by the Gnolls, and so now here I am. You are my savior, and I am telling you. He looks at Morthos, kind of at the truth in totality, the whole truth.
But is it nothing but the truth?
So help me, gods.
Like the insight
Go ahead.
I hope you do it anyway.
Oh, sorry. Unnatural 20. Unnatural.
You get the sense that everything he is telling you is true. There may be some additional details, but you didn't ask questions that would immediately get those details out. He is giving you the truth to the questions that you were asking. And the story he told is a true story.
So what about this? Have you seen this old woman before? The hag?
Yep.
The witch?
Yep.
I think that means no.
No?
No, the lady is what they call her. She was the one whom the item was bound for.
Mm-hmm.
And the one who I was told it was bound for, but I never met her. I was working through the boss.
Okay.
Wait, did you
what about the Zentoms? They seemed pretty interested in what they said, the island, and Mr. Lord Seed. Can we go back to those details?
Can we talk about this in Saerloon, please? I am very sleepy.
I think while it's still fresh in your mind, we should probably talk about it. Or Mr. Morthos might have something else to say about it.
We should wake him up with a spot of coffee. What do you think, JB?
What is this coffee?
First of all, please do not offer my sweet nectar to any old rabble-rouser that we find on the streets.
Him not sleepy.
You are now in timeout from coffee for at least 48
I don't think
hours.
I've even drank a cup of your coffee yet.
Lies.
So, sleep time?
Did you say that the lady was in the room with you? Or just a witch?
She was like a lady, yes.
Oh, okay.
I think that she's called the Lee Lady. She's like some super powerful thing. She's like a witch to me. Never met her until I was there, and she was very, very scary. She took my tooth.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, is that why you called tooth?
Yes.
I was looking at your mouth, and it's not... good chompers, but not that impressive.
Slightly larger in sizers
Yeah.
because tiefling,
Yeah.
But, and, but I had the dragon tooth. It was from a black dragon, and, anyway, she's
29 to know if he actually took it from a black dragon.
truth.
Okay.
Whether he killed it or not,
Right, but it's just...
came from a black dragon. And, anyway, it was like where my name came from,
Yeah, all good captains have a nickname.
Absolutely.
A hat and boots. Nice boots.
Well, they're more like leg sleeves, because, with hooves, they don't like...
Yeah, you have hooves.
Yes.
Can I ask why we're avoiding the subject?
Because I told someone else that I wouldn't say anything about it.
Who would that someone else be?
That is not of consequence.
Well, it may be.
They will kill me.
Oh, but he will too.
Yeah, I will.
You should already be dead.
Why would you save me and then kill me? That doesn't make any
It
sense.
makes no sense.
It's like, silly, the captain knows.
Though, crazier things have happened.
I'm trusting you.
I can only do so much here. It would be 1 versus 7.
Would you say that you're in trouble? Is there something we can...
I don't
So,
count that well.
There was an island... So, from what I gather, because I am not privy to it all...
What about your first mate? Does he know? Can you tell him and then he tells us?
He doesn't know anything.
Oh, okay.
He is...
Well, I
complete-
just...
It's
It's
called
trying to work around.
Plausible
Kiesper-
deniability.
Kiesper is good first mate, but he is, he's doer, he's not thinker.
What if you tell me? I'm like your public defender.
Roll persuasion check.
Come on.
Come on, baby.
Ooh,
That one's a good one.
26.
I like it.
He looks at you. He kind of leans in.
Yes.
All right. So the way it worked was, I was supposed to bring the item to the boss.
The lady.
No, to Phineas.
Oh, Phineas. I
Phin-
gotcha.
Phineas was then going to take the item to the lady,
Gotcha.
and then I was going to get paid
How much?
a lot of money,
Yeah. All right.
like thousands of gold.
Oh, that's pretty good for
Right.
you. Good haul.
It's
yeah.
a good. I could retire and never have to be on the seas again.
Which is probably why you took the contract.
Yeah, exactly.
I would do
yes.
the same thing.
Yes,
Carry on.
but I lost the item.
Those
Didn't-
damn rogues.
Didn't get paid.
Yeah.
Oh, after I got paid, then I give the location of the island.
Yeah.
Right, so I didn't get paid, so I didn't give the location of the island,
you
which
got the
Phineas still wants.
You got
which
the
was-
location of the island from Whitebeard.
No,
Oh, no.
no,
No, listen. I'm for you. You can tell I'm your public defender. And my 26 says so.
Yes, this is true. I am part of Secret Order.
No way. What? Who?
These known as Defenders of the Dead.
Defenders of the what?
Of the Dead.
Of the dead. Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
I've never heard of that before. You guys keep a great secret.
Right, it is small island. Which I don't know if I should tell you more.
Because, like, I could get hurt.
For your own safety.
Now listen.
You just hindered that one. Here you go. Here's an excuse for you not to tell me.
He looks over his shoulder. He goes, I'll back them up a little bit. I'm a big boy. I can handle this.
Go get him.
Roll a persuasion check.
A guidance would be very nice right now.
I just said I gave him a little tap.
Oh, is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
Okay. What does guidance do for me?
D4.
D4.
Alright. Do I have to use it?
Only if you want to.
It's a crit. 31.
Spill him.
Listen, I've come face to face with Whitebeard before, and I've lived.
Also, re-ask all the questions that we've already asked.
Should we take a break so you can write this story real quick?
I can handle myself. Trust me, me and my first mate, we can get out of anything.
All right, well, the Defenders of the Dead are in small island. It is not on the map. It is... we guard the final resting place of Lord Sid, a very, very evil vampire cleric who was killed, well, by my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Your great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather killed someone important?
Yes.
Mine did too.
That
We're
is-
like kindred spirits.
Perhaps that's where your nice white sword comes
Oh, yeah,
from.
you saw
It's
this.
like my black one, and he makes it come out.
Oh, it was in my hand and now it's over there.
It's you're getting me excited anyway. It goes away. Anyway, he looks over at the rest of you guys, all kind of standing there, watching this.
I can hear all of
You
this.
can hear it all. And it is near Dragon Reach.
Near Dragon Reach.
Right, it's to the northwestern Sea of Falling Stars, and it is between the Pirate Isles and Procampur on the coast. You captain, you know where
Can
this
you
is.
say that without the accent?
Between the Pirate Isles,
Yep.
which if you go to the map, the Pirate Isle archipelago, of which is kind of farther east than Catalyst.
Yep.
And Procampur, which is
That's the word.
right here. It's kind of somewhere, he says, in between. Dragon Reach is this portion of the Sea of Fallen Stars. It's the Dragon Reach, which goes up to the Moon Sea.
Gotcha.
Hills Far is here. Saerloon is here. So it's kind of around up in this way. Catalyst is kind of between these two island groupings here. And so he says it's kind of like up in this area of the sea. There is monastery to Kelimvor, which is of course the order that I am a part. We revere Kelimvor and the Raven Queen.
Kellen. Without accent again.
Kelemvor. Kelemvor. In
And
the
Raven
Raven Queen, yes. Anyway. There's... We protect it and keep it secret so that no bad guys, which I am not bad guy,
Wouldn't believe it.
could never find and perhaps unseal tomb.
So you're actually trying to keep him hidden.
Yes, so I sail around, I do jobs, I keep monastery supplied.
Right. Gotcha. Fun fact. Do you know what us Tabashi call the Pro-Camper?
No.
We call it the Pro-Camper. It's a good one. Good joke. I'm trying to liven the mood here. You just told me that there's a vampire cleric that you're
I
keeping
told
safe.
you this, yes.
I know.
Okay, and so now you know what Phineas wants. There's magics there that is old magic that is not good. It is very bad. And so we keep sealed away, and I get empowered to do so by my patron. Yes.
And is your patron Raven Queen?
No, it's someone a little bit different.
Oh, okay. That checks out.
Right.
More evil?
No, very good.
Oh, yeah?
I'm
Like-
a good guy.
Like Strahd or...
Strahd.
Oh, is he evil?
It's like bad vampire man.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, no, these are like good people.
A good vampire?
Yeah, no, like Torm or like Tyr or like the good people like what's her name? Saerloon, the Moony goddess. Yeah, she's
it's
like
probably that one because you had to think about it first.
well, now I said like it. Like
yeah,
them,
like, yeah,
the
gotcha.
good patrons. I
No, the-
only am doing the good.
Oh,
things.
understood, yeah.
Right.
I'm messaging Killian while not even looking at him like, this guy is full of crap. He is lying through his teeth. I love him.
So,
Yes,
you go defend now, yes?
I will go defend. I will not spill the whole beans in order to keep you safe. And me.
Very good.
We're in this together now.
Yes.
You die, I die.
Yes. Okay.
It checks out. Don't do the math. I go back over. Stay there. Okay. He's full of shit. But I learned some good stuff.
What you learn?
He's a part of a secret sect called the Defenders of the Dead. They are guarding the final resting place of Lord Seed, who's a vampire cleric.
Have I read about Lord Seed?
Roll a history check.
24.
He is a obscure figure found in only a few references of some of the rumors of kind of ancient powers around the Sea of Fallen Stars, that he was able to tap into forbidden magics, old magics, and he was part of a priestly order that he basically turned on in order to gain this power. And
Classic Lich story.
the other members of his order, who were his brothers by blood, were able to ultimately subdue him and entomb him. The history says perhaps even being buried alive.
Brutal. Okay.
But this was someone who was no one to trifle with, and the story of his demise is kind of where the story ends. No one knows what happened after that, or even the exact. Some people believe it was near Hillsfar. Some people believe it was up in a whole another portion of the Sea of Fallen Stars, or on some obscure island that has been forgotten by memory and history.
Got it. I'm sorry. Did you say Lord Seed?
Yep.
Whoa.
No. Listen, I need you guys
This is serious.
To keep this internal so he doesn't think I just spilled the beans. I've got him wrapped around my finger. We will deliver him to Kelson like we said. We'll get paid. Who gives a shit what happens to him after that?
How did he just get that sword out of nowhere that I saw?
Oh, I imagine he's some sort of warlock and he's pledged himself to some otherworldly creature. He told me it's a good deity. I don't believe him, but I wasn't going to press because then it would look like I don't believe him.
Well, Arcana can manifest itself in many different ways. I believe those who call themselves warlocks do have abilities to teleport, so if he wanted to get out of here, I'm certain he could have. Already.
So maybe we play it smart, we rest, and we take him back into his captor's arms, basically.
I'm feeling kind of tired, so...
Okay, Aegis. Really?
Captain. Yeah, yes. So perhaps if we could sleep, just even a short rest for me would be wonderful.
Yeah. A short rest.
Wonderful.
Now, I come back over to you. Listen. I think I bought you some time. You cannot pull anything shady on me.
I would never.
Listen, I believe everyone, and even I didn't believe that right there.
What?
Come on, be straight with me. Would
Straight?
you run?
No.
We need help taking all these people back. I saw what you did with that sword.
Jesper would totally vouch for me. Talk to him.
Casper,
Ah, yes.
would he run?
Like away?
Yeah. Okay.
Would you run, Captain?
No.
Jesper, you know I.
He told me to ask you, Casper.
Give me your lisp.
You're mocking your own man. Does your villainy know no bounds?
Casper, he told me to ask you. I'm asking you. Look at me.
That's good.
Would he run? There's no wrong answers here, except a lie.
He would run a marathon. Or a race.
Got it. Back to you.
See,
Listen,
details, when I'm supposed to run, I will run, but I will not run tonight.
will you help us take this crew back to Saerloon?
Yes,
And
of
then you can
course.
get on your ship.
Yes, of course.
And you can get out of here.
Absolutely.
I need you to make me a deal.
I feel like I've given you lots of things already.
I'll give you my sword.
Okay.
You want to hold it? You want to hold my sword?
Yes.
Here you go. He hands it over.
And he
From one scene to another.
apparates the other sword, and he's kind of looking at them both, holding him out. They are like identical except in color.
Yes.
This is.
I've noticed as well.
What do you think that means?
I have not a clue. I'm not that insightful. I don't ask questions like who, what, where, when, and how. I just do, you know?
And as you say that, Bart wraps himself around both swords and plunges them into the chest of Captain Tooth.
Oh!
Yes!
But,
I mean, no!
That was unexpected.
Guys!
Captain Tooth's eyes go wide. He looks at you. Doesn't say anything. The blood just gurgles, catches in his mouth.
Killian, save the
And
man!
he goes down. He's dead.
Ollie, what the hell are you doing? I was supposed to be the one that killed
Good
him. I'm the bad
show!
cop.
Good
That was fantastic! Yeah! You gave it to him good!
I didn't do it.
We just watched you do it.
Bart did it. Bart, what were
I
you...
say, there was more information to be had.
I know, Bart.
We had a quest. Don't talk about your tale in the third person.
I didn't do it.
I get it. Bart.
So you're telling me
That was shocking.
June died for us to save this, but you to stab him in the damn neck.
Well, it was actually the chest, but... yeah. Not to get
So-
specific of the anatomy of where Bart stabbed him, but yeah. I'm just as shocked. I've never killed anyone
We
before.
got a few little nuggets from him.
What?
Plus, I get a new sword, and I grab the black sword off the ground.
Now we can just tie Casper.
Really?
and
As you
ask him the
go to
questions.
reach for it, Bart smacks your hand
I swear I'm not doing this.
and then picks up both swords and sheathes them in Oliver's two sides. Takes out the old scimitar that he
Shady
had
son of a
and
bitch.
throws it aside.
Goodbye,
What?
Whitebeard.
The
Hello,
hell?
Ollie.
I've never killed anyone before. I didn't do it. I swear.
You did just kill the captain.
I'm.
It's a good thing Ray wasn't
Can I
here.
insight him knowing that him and Bart are
Yeah,
one,
go for it.
trying to see what happened?
Ooh, that's a good roll.
45.
17.
Oliver is genuinely shocked. You can hear it in the timbre of his voice.
An 18.
Maybe you have multiple, what's it called? Multiple personalities disorders.
Well, that is obvious.
There's no
He is clearly a psychopath, not a sociopath.
there's no turmoil with him other than shock. Like, is it like
It's shock, it's surprise, and maybe a hint of like deep down. That's exactly what he wanted, but
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't have done that if
Right.
he was in his own right mind.
To be honest, it's probably what June would have done.
We need to tie you up, Oliver.
I didn't.
That
do
was
it.
an execution. That was not a battle in the woods to save someone against monsters. This was a seafaring.
Ollie, maybe it's best if you.
What in the hell just happened?
I don't know.
I think it may be best if you go and get some rest.
All right, I'm just gonna take his hat.
The real reason. Oh my goodness.
So as you take the hat, Casper kind of comes up, and he looks at you and he looks down at the captain, and says, "Well, aye, Captain.
That was not my intention, but
You know the rule of the waves.
I do, and I wear the hat now.
I see what you did there.
Figuratively.
All right.
Do
well,
you know the rule of the waves?
If you kill a captain, apparently his crew's yours.
That's the code.
That's about it. Yeah, you got that pretty quick.
Quick learner. High intelligence.
All right, back to seriousness. I'm gonna say my prayers and go to bed.
Now, yes.
Is Kacho
Good
back
night,
yet?
Ollie.
I think that perhaps you should talk to Bart before bed as well,
Oh, we're gonna have a stern talking to.
and maybe move those swords away from the rascal. Perhaps maybe you could give him to Killian for safekeeping, so he doesn't stab you in the middle of the night. Also.
I don't know. Whoever holds the swords might be in danger.
See if you can get. I'll take them if you feel like you're willing to give them up.
I can't give you the white one, and Bart won't let me give you the black one.
Mm-hmm.
And I say we bound him.
I agree.
I don't think we need to bind him.
I understand.
Did you see what he just did?
He got a little anger off his chest.
into his chest.
To be
Boom!
fair, Morthos.
We all wanted to do it. He just did it.
There
Good
were some
gumption.
very strong emotions and intentions in your heart as well.
Yes, but this is me. I'm honest about it. I said I wanted to kill him. I would gladly have done it
So you're telling me you've never lost control?
So
and
if
killed a
if
man?
you if you would have,
many times.
Then why are you judging him?
I think it's just best. I think if he goes off by himself,
Listen, put
we'll
me in
be
a pit.
We'll,
It's fine.
We'll okay.
Just put me in the
just
pit.
get a good night's rest. That's all you need.
I'm sorry. I didn't do it. I swear.
I believe you.
Well, you might as well search the rest of his body before you go to bed.
That's a-
Grab what he's got.
I think Bart's actually already been doing that while we've been talking. Bart, what did you find? And he holds out his hand.
There's nothing else on him. He had a sword and a hat.
Okay.
My hand's empty. He had nothing.
I was hoping to find more answers about Phineas, but we need to get to town ASAP. So
Is
I'm
that-
Let's
going off, or is he staying in here?
let's get some rest. I'll
He's
keep
got-
watch first, as I was not wounded in the battle.
Go to bed.
Ollie, is it possible that when you were in the womb, you might have eaten your brother?
I mean, I wasn't a twin.
He could live within you. And he could be evil, you could be good.
Oh,
Now
I
I'm
see-
onto
I
something.
got it. I see what you. It's like, what-
To my knowledge, I wasn't. I was the baby of the family, and they didn't have twins. So
That's what they would tell someone who ate his brother,
Not me.
wouldn't they? It's food for thought.
Food for thought. If you need to tie me up, I understand. I'm going to bed. I'm sorry. I didn't do it. I swear.
well, I think you did do it.
No, Bart did
but-
it. I didn't do
You
it.
and Bart the same. I'm tired of this. You and Bart.
I think.
Oh,
that-
you mean like you and Solo are the same?
No, I'm absolutely not.
Right. You're not the same.
Right.
I understand.
I don't think the binding will be necessary. Touche.
Before those come down,
I will default to what you guys decide. I don't know what I just did. And I don't know if I like myself very much right now. Good night.
I like you.
Thank you.
Oliver walks away.
Stay within earshot. Okay.
I do.
My God.
Is it possible that his tail is an enchantment? Who would bewitch a tail?
No, I have read of psychotic breaks where, in order to deal with something in a person's past or something that they may have gone through, they tend to utilize something that others might see as imaginary friends or acquaintances that may be able to do things that they don't feel are right, but subliminal, unconscious acts of that person. I just read a book about it a few weeks ago, but that's all I know.
Well, was the reward for Tooth dead or alive?
We'll have to deal with Kelson when we come across
That's the
him.
most important question.
I'm not here.
If there was a
I don't
person
remember.
to
It was,
stab,
it was dead or alive.
Okay.
Well, then we're fine.
if there was a person to stab, it would have been Kelson, not this fella here. Because if
I was
what
just
he's saying
myself.
is correct, he was the essential money stream for those that are keeping the Lord Seed he spoke of, very powerful historical character of the evil variety. And if this captain was supplying money and supplies to those who are keeping that beast away, we're in trouble.
Well, I think
I think that Bart may have set in motion a chain of events that were planned from the beginning of time.
yeah.
By this creature.
Couldn't you just illusion that he's alive?
So are we?
No, I can't actually.
You all kind of have these thoughts that are swarming through your head.
Yeah.
you decide that rather than kind of talk it through when many are exhausted, you'll take your night's rest, having 2 of your party already asleep, and wanting Oliver to be able to perhaps have a night to think about and join in on the conversation moving forward. And so, before we continue forward, we're going to do our first giveaway.
Hooray!
And that's going to be for the dice that we have going on. There's some cool gold dice we have up for giveaway tonight. So if you would like your chance to win those gold dice, then type into the chat right now, !shocker, SHOCKER, !shocker, and we will have the winner chosen as you enter to win those dice. So, !shocker for your chance to win the dice. All right. You each, Killian takes first watch, and you go through the evening. You all get your long rest.
Oh, phew.
Ray, you wake up feeling strong and whole, sore, but your body has a very quick recovery time, thankfully.
Besides the hole in my heart.
And your heart is, in fact, heavy at the loss of June.
A murmur? That can be fixed.
And you wake up to the bewildering reality that Captain Tooth was killed last night by Oliver. Well, by Bart. And that he is unstable. Different people have different opinions. So light emerges, and you all begin making your way back to Saerloon, and now continuing your conversation as you go.
Hey, Ollie. I mean, you're my best friend and everything, and I'm your second first mate. So I take that job very seriously. So I believe ya.
Thank
Why
you.
doesn't anybody else believe him? We've been with him for like 2 months now.
He killed a man in cold blood. He gave us the information we sought. He was truthful, and he killed him anyway.
But did Ollie kill him or Bart? Because remember, Bart's like
They are
separate.
one the same.
It was,
Do not care.
it was clearly Bart.
I don't think they are, Morthos. Remember when Bart will like help you with the lock picking, but Ollie turns his head away? That's not Ollie controlling him.
It's his tail.
Who-
It's one and the same.
Is Casper with us?
Mm-hmm.
I say,
Well, I got your back, Ollie.
Casper.
Yes.
Now that Captain Bart is your new captain, are you obligated to share information about this island with your new captain?
I gladly share whatever I can. I don't know much about whatever island you're speaking of. Are you speaking of the captain's island?
The island he goes and takes supplies to the, I believe you said to the clerics.
Yes.
North of Pirate Isle, yes.
That's like our little secret. But I would be happy to tell you now.
Well, yes.
You didn't even cover
We-
your nose there, man.
We call it the island.
Fake sneeze.
We call it the island of the dead because that's
yes.
kind of what it is. And the captain usually just takes like a rowboat of supplies every couple of months, and we don't go there.
I just want to. I'm nervous about this situation. So,
Listen, the captain was a bad guy.
Oh.
Very evil.
I told you guys. I told you last night he was evil.
And while I was bound to him, I am now bound to Captain Bobtail.
Why are you bound to him?
Well, he's the new captain, and his tail is wicked.
But why don't you just
Wicked
leave?
cool.
It's not how it works.
It's the way of the sea. I'm bound to the broken sea. And now, well,
Ah,
are
crap.
you taking that sip?
Yeah, we have to change the name though. Way of the Sea. Let's play test it. Some ideas as we go.
About Bobtail's revenge.
No, that's lame.
What's a Reventh?
How about the Ray Esmeralda?
Ray Esmeralda.
I like it.
Mr.
work.
Casper, would you say that the world is a better place without Tooth?
Yes.
What was in his box?
I don't know. I just like,
You weren't a very...
I command the deck and the crew. I do what the captain says, and I make the crew do what the captain says.
Just so the order is clear, I'm the second first mate. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We have Bart is the first mate. She's the second first mate.
That's right.
You're the third first mate.
No!
Third.
No, he's the first second mate.
Okay. Yes.
I'll be the first second mate.
Okay. Yes.
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 Oh, you did it to me too. I'm sorry.
It's a bit contagious.
Like Jan's.
All right. But so you heard him say he was an evil man.
Can I insight whether or not I believe it?
I know. I'm just saying that mayhaps your ship should continue bringing supplies to that island.
I don't disagree with that.
All right. I'm just trying to make plans for the future.
He has no guile within him. He is just like, he is the consummate golden retriever.
Aww.
He does what his captain says, and
And he truly believes that's the captain.
yeah. But he was also bound to the captain, and so he did what the captain said.
It is the way.
This is the way.
Mm-hmm.
Mandalorian.
All
Ollie,
right.
how are you feeling though?
I feel terrible. I just killed a man. I've never done that before.
Yeah.
You'll get over it.
Only zombies. I think you killed one of those,
Off.
right?
Yeah.
No.
But those don't really count.
How long until Bart decides that he wants to kill one of us?
Oh, Bart would never do that,
Bart
right,
wouldn't-
Bart?
I have no weapons to obtain.
Bart would
I
never
promise.
do that.
Did you think Bart would have killed the captain? Up until last night?
But he was a bad guy.
I look at Bart. Look me in the eyes, Bart. No. I didn't think he would. But deep down, I think I knew he would.
Right.
Pass that out, if you will.
I think I parsed it out with the psychopath last night.
Mr. Morthos, you've killed people before. That's obvious.
I have.
How did you go on? Like, how did you just not lose yourself?
But it was very, actually, quite decent. Because every person I had killed was done out of necessity to prevent someone I cared about from dying.
Hmm.
So every life I took was taken in the name of saving someone I cared about.
Every single one?
Every one that I can think of, anyway.
Wow.
So,
He's a really good protector.
so basically, you lie to yourself. Got it. Great. Cool. I guess I'll have to do that.
No, don't lie to yourself, Ollie. Right, Killian? Lying to yourself's not good. I think of Anam, and I try to do his will by smashing some heads. Wacha! Wacha! And she hits a nearby tree. Some birds kind of fly out squawking.
Are we
Rubius
walking?
scratches notes on what they look like.
Are we walking with the caravan of people?
Yeah.
Hey, Ollie,
Yeah.
I've probably killed a lot of people. I recommend amnesia.
All right.
Forget all about it.
So, Bart, are you taking notes? We have lie to yourself and amnesia.
And
I
smashing
think,
people's heads for Anam.
You are going to have to come to terms.
Hmm.
Somehow, some way, you will have to justify to yourself your actions.
You hear that, Bart?
Matter. No, not Bart.
He did it.
Doesn't matter. You are the master. You are the.
I'm not.
Well, if that's the case, then I'm not who you should be.
I don't know
I
either.
trust you if you say you're not even in control
Maybe you
of
should
yourself.
ask the mysterious voice in your head.
And the butterfly said he was supposed to be here.
I don't have an answer for you. I'm searching for answers here too. I don't know what to tell you, other than I am thoroughly upset, and I have a pit in my stomach, and I can just see the life draining out of his eyes, and the blood splatter going across my face.
I'll say this. I apologize for overreacting last night.
You didn't overreact.
No, I did. There are reasons people and tales do things. And those reasons do not matter to me. All I know is I believe in the idea that moving forward we can make better choices and we can affect those around us, including our tales, to sort of try and behave in a manner that really does not set the rest of us up for failure.
Yeah, maybe Killian and Killian can teach you and Bart, or me and Bart, patience. And then, like, we could be learning together. Me and Bart, of course.
What I'm saying is we all have things in our pasts that, specifically, I have done things in my past that I know has led to the death of people. And so I have no right to say anything to you, Oliver, except I saw it with my own eyes this time. But, I will travel with you and trust you the same. I think. I'll try.
Ollie, I think Malthus was starting to walk down the path of you understanding and dealing with what you have done. And I think that is correct, although I think that takes a lot of introspection, and you might come out the other side realizing that justice had been served. Maybe Bart does know something, or your inner self knows something that your outer self has not quite recognized yet. As far as killing goes, I've done my fair share as well. And anytime life is taken from anything, it is not as life was meant to be. Murder and death and things that kill life are abnormal when it's not done in the natural course of events. And so we must always come to terms and grieve and understand that even if it is a mistake or we are doing it in the name of justice, and that it's always going to hurt and it's always going to feel like a piece of us has been ripped out as well. So I know it is hard in this moment. Time does heal, but we need to make sure that your heart and your mind are able to move through this, not pass it or over it, but through it.
I'll be honest, I don't know what to think of myself right now.
And that's okay too.
I just know I'm not happy.
I mean, can we all agree on one thing?
What's that?
That we never speak of or think about June again?
Absolutely not. I'm going to think of her every single second. Like, I'm thinking of her now, and I'll think of her in 2 seconds, and 3 seconds, and 4 seconds, and 5 seconds, and 6 seconds, and 7 seconds, and 20 seconds away from now.
You will never receive tree arms again. And the reason why I say this is because perhaps the death of June had triggered something inside of Oliver and Bart that just... It was a reactionary thing. I'm not looking for excuses, but we're all seriously hurt, and I think the best cure is to just bury it deep inside of each of us and move on.
No, well,
I think I agree.
I think half of that is true, as I think the death of June made us all a little on edge last night, and I look at Morthos and even Rubius and say, I think we all could have done regrettable things last night if left to our own devices. I do not think that burying June deep inside and not feeling anything is the way to move on. As I've experienced, if you do that enough times, you will not have control over yourself, much as Ollie did.
Interesting.
So I would be careful of that sweeping under the rug, and then one day waking up to a mountain of covered by a small little rug.
I tend to forget the people of this world are very strange indeed.
And is that what you did with your wife?
Oh yes, she's gone, dead, forgotten.
So you have no feelings or
Why?
a heart for missing her and her company?
For what purpose?
I thought that's why we were fighting the Zents and raising all the money.
No, there is a purpose to that. Yes.
I thought that was from your wife.
Nope. I
misunderstood
know
that conversation.
I know of evil taking place, and I was a part of it, and now I want to.
So what kept
to
you?
stop
What kept you a part of it for so long?
My wife was alive during that time, in my mind, at least. Now she's dead and gone.
So
We
what?
have moved on. Yes.
What was the rationale of doing evil?
Am I being interrogated for the death of a captain yesterday, or?
No.
I just. No, it's okay. I apologize. I am pushing a little bit, but I do recognize, JB, that if we continue to have hardship, and I think we may, like losing a friend like June or wife, as I have as well. Yes, acquaintance, friend, or wife, someone more close. I think.
Did you say you lost a wife as well?
I did. Yes.
I don't recall ever hearing that previously.
Quite a while ago. We were married for a while, and she died of old age. Sad, but it was her time.
A nom has her now. Don't worry.
Sure.
She's butterfly food. Is that what you're saying?
No, the butterfly's inside me, silly.
But to the point, I just
That's
don't want you to continue to lose a part of yourself that maybe you're trying to hide or suppress, because one time it makes for an unhealthy whole self, if you will.
I disagree, and so does science. So let's move on from this.
I, for one,
We can move on.
finally have my memories, at least from the past couple months. And I know for one thing that June will never leave my memory. Her legacy will live on.
I'm sure you thought about that, but all your memories from before a couple of months ago too.
What are you saying?
Morthos.
At your expense.
I don't like it.
Morthos, there was another. You said you came from out west, right? In Waterdeep. You were out there.
Not out east, but
No, that'd be west. We're east
We're in the
now.
east, yeah.
You've been to Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
I don't know if this means anything to you or even you, JB, as I know you are a well-versed reader. I believe it was the old witch, old lady, had mentioned a monsoon or monsoon or moonsoon. I think it was monsoon. In Waterdeep is an imposter. I don't know. That means zilch to me because I don't even know what a monsoon is. But I was wondering, maybe since you've been out that way,
I'm sorry. You said a monsoon is an imposter?
that the monsoon who appears in Waterdeep may be an imposter. Quote,
Monsoon?
end quote. I believe
Is that a
so.
name?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
17.
You know that many hundreds of years ago, the leader of the Zentarim throughout the entirety of the Sword Coast's name was Manchun. But he disappeared. And since that time, the Zentarum have operated as one organization, but with more regionalized authority. Because there has not been one to kind of have the power to oversee all of the different cells throughout the world. And while they are in league with each other, there are some petty rivalries at times amongst them. But Manchun was able to oversee everything.
So that's the person in charge on the west?
And the Manchun was last known to be in and around Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. So that's something someone there said, yes?
Yeah, I believe it was the hag or the old lady, the lady, if you will,
who wanted
was
the
talking it to Mr.
Roll a history check.
Yes. 19 plus something.
As you think about it, your mind clarifies and you remember that it was Phineas who said that.
It was Phineas who said that, actually.
Yes, the gnome.
The gnome, yes.
So Phineas says that the leader of the Zent is a fraud.
He says it appears that it may be so, yes.
So there's strife within the organization.
It could be.
This is very, very opportunistic for us.
Well, I just, that was something that came to me overnight and thought it may be worth mentioning.
So after we talk to Kelson, you can port us to Waterdeep, yes, and we'll deal with the Zents right from the heart, right? Take the heart right out.
We'll see what comes of our conversation with Kelson.
Well, he has 2 swords, and his tail seems to strike quickly. We could take him out quickly.
Oh, I'm not sure
Why
that...
would we kill Kelson?
No.
No. He's talking about the leader of the Zent leader.
Oh.
I'm just not sure that that's on our path of saving the world. I know it's your own, but I think we all have smaller quests and things in our minds that are important.
It's not smaller, it's bigger.
Well, you're bigger.
Butterflies are small.
No, I was told to investigate the storm. That is my biggest quest.
You're right. Yes, you're right.
Oh, and never mind.
So you continue on. The days go by as you rest. There is no sign of Katja anywhere. She doesn't catch up with you or appear anytime. But Oliver is kind of sullen and uncharacteristically quiet the several days trip back to Saerloon.
He's reading his Book of Beginnings a lot.
That's good.
Which is what Katja instructed you to do, to read your scroll. And he seems to find some comfort in that, even as he is familiarizing himself with the new blade that he has claimed for himself. Which, as you all see it, and he lets you all evaluate it and inspect it. In fact, there is a time where you identify it and you determine that it is a magical blade. And there is a very unique form of magic resident in it, something that you have never seen before.
The Black Blade?
The Black Blade. It's a magic that is akin to the type you felt from Maltoro
Marlboro Man.
when he used some school of magic unknown to you.
Mm-hmm.
It feels almost like a leeching of existence, of the space-time continuum itself, almost as if when the magic is utilized, the essence of the weave is plunged into the void. Very difficult, and it unsettles you because you've never heard or seen anything like it before, but you determine that this sword can be used as a catalyst, or rather a focus, to channel that void energy and to actually emit almost what you would know to be a firebolt, but that is more of this void type of energy, this void bolt. And as Oliver spends...
So Oliver,
Yeah.
I say this sword is nothing to be trifled with. We should bring it to the highest peak of a mountain with a volcano about to erupt and drop it in.
What, my precious?
No, the black one.
I know what I said.
Oh,
Hairball.
you're precious.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. I named it my precious in ivory.
Okay.
I'm still working on the other one.
I just, arcana-wise, I would like to know that you'll take care to never point that bastard at me.
I would never do such a thing.
Now, please inform Bart of my request.
But you heard him, because I heard him. Don't do that. Got it?
There's magic in there. You will be able to projectile arcana with that sword. I don't know how. I can't exactly grasp the intricacies. I have seen something like it once before. I don't understand it. It's very it's not like chronology magic. Chronology magic changes that which is. This removes that which should have been.
You don't say.
So care. Take much care.
But we gotta be careful. As we always are. Right? Right. He agrees.
Don't look at me in the face. Go away.
And by the way, Bart has been very kind of conciliatory towards all of you. He's been very apologetic and doing his best to kind of earn your love back. Holding branches out of your way and kind of dusting the dirt from the stone that you're about to step on, and like doing everything he can to kind of endear himself to each of those who have shown some anger towards his action.
Well, I didn't pack enough toilet paper this trip, so if you wouldn't mind joining me, Oliver, I need to head to the woods.
All right.
It's a deal. I'll press to digitize you. I just prefer to do
Wait,
it after it's off of
I was
me.
gonna say, can't you just do that anyway?
No, not if I can't see it.
Well, the onyx blade's actually pretty shiny. I mean, my precious.
Well, you have... I don't
Do you
prefer...
actually keep calling it your precious?
For
Bart,
now, until I come up with a better
I
name.
don't want Bart to be holding those shinies underneath my hiney. So,
Touche. So you continue on, and
we have the body of Tooth with us.
did you take the body of
yeah,
Tooth with you?
we would take the body
Okay.
of Tooth with
You've
us.
taken, and rigor mortis does set in, and you kind of have wrapped him in cloth, and you're kind of carrying him on what would be almost like a stretcher, but Ray has him on one side, and Oliver carries him much of the way as well, just out of that feeling of remorse. So like he's gonna bear the load.
Everybody else is with us from the fort.
They're all there.
he's
Unless
wiping my
you
load.
want to leave anyone behind, but they all go with you. You have
Yeah.
Selly and her son Clinton. You have Mazarin, and you have who are the Amir brothers. They're the two traders who you rescued. They're kind of quiet, just watching you all, and grateful for having been saved, but certainly perplexed by the fact that you brought a prisoner back and then executed him.
They didn't see that.
Luke and Bruck follow as well. Luke's gathered from the lack of presenting his weapon to him that you were unsuccessful in the attempt to procure it, and so not wanting to just stay back at the fort, he's gone with you as well, knowing that was the way he wanted to go anyway. At points, he asked you who might have it and where you saw it, and he kind of investigates what went down, and you explain how the half-gnoll had the cylinder affixed to his belt, and ultimately made their escape, or rather you made your escape from them. And frustrated, he determines to finish his contract and deliver the package before going off and looking for the weapon on his own.
Over the couple days we're walking, Ray's gonna be whittling something about this big that hasn't quite taken shape yet.
Okay. So you're kind of walking along and whittling as you go.
Oh, Ollie! I thought of a good name for the ship. You know we killed the spider there, so how about the Spidire?
That's a bit of a mouthful.
Oh.
It'll come to us.
The water elemente? I feel like if we just put a tay at anything, it'll instantly become fancy. The Ole. The Ray.
Ray A.
The Ray.
We'll work on fancy. Maybe we'll go something exotic.
The Orange A.
That could work.
So as you approach Saerloon, any other conversations anyone wishes to have amongst yourselves, one-on-one, or with any of the other individuals who are traveling with you?
Yeah, I want to talk to Brock.
Okay. Bruck remains bound. Are you talking to him in his head?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't plan this out, though.
Go with the flow, man.
Good morning, Mr. Staunchstone.
Hi, Killian. How goes it? You're alive, hey?
Still here, yeah.
What is to be done of me?
Well, the man who has captured you is a little bit, he's tight-lipped.
Where are we going?
We're on our way to Saerloon.
Aye, Saerloon. Bad news there.
What would the bad tidings be? For you or for us?
Me?
What do you think is to become of you?
Well, it's a hub of trafficking. If I'm there and get on a ship, who knows where I'll be? Probably never be heard from again. Do you know who they're taking me to?
He wouldn't give me that information even after much questioning. It's a Condeem that has you. I don't know if you knew that, but quite a powerful one.
Aye. Took me by surprise. Befuddled me. Here I am, weaponless, unable to do anything. You're sure he can't get me out? Set me free.
I would very much like to, and that is a possibility. I do need some information about what happened to you after our parting. To be honest, I'm not the man or the halfling that I was the last time that you saw me. My path is different now, if you know what I mean.
Well, frankly, I'm surprised you're still alive. But whatever you say, it's a great surprise that I'm even speaking to you. But what happened to me, bandied about, tried to find work, tried to survive, took some mercenary jobs, went on adventures just like we always did with a new group. Our party split. Don't know what happened to any of the rest of them. And there are some folks poking around asking about what we found. But I don't know what we found. Found a beast of immense power that wiped us up, and somehow lived to tell of it. But that wasn't good enough for him. And I suspect even now, the ones who've got me are wanting that information.
Yeah, I think I was kidnapped not too long ago for the same purpose. I will be honest with you. It is a surprise to see you and to know that you're alive as well. I would like. I'll tell you what. I will do my best to make sure that you are not. That you don't see any harm while you're with us, and maybe I can convince Mr. Luke, I think is his name, to release you in our care somehow. Maybe some money or.
I doubt that'll happen. If it's Kendim, they're honor bound to complete their quests. They'd rather die than fail.
And you have no idea who they may be taking you to?
I heard the name. Zemni. But I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can do.
Roll a history check.
Yeah. That's the witch knoll, right? 17 plus the...
Zemni is
The
the
rat
were-rat
Yes.
of the Zentarum that fled away. That you heard Phineas say that Zemni and Respin would take care of things. And when you hear that, roll a insight check.
18.
You kind of determine that the package that Phineas was talking about, having been intercepted by the Knolls, was likely
Oh yeah, I do remember that now.
this brook that the Zentarum were bound to get him delivered to them.
Well, you hang in there, Brooke. I believe we have the Zent involved here a little bit, and
Bad news, that lot.
yeah, they're not great. Caused quite a bit of strife amongst our group as well already. But we're hot on their tail, and hopefully can do something to make sure you do not reach your end destination.
I'll be grateful to do whatever you can have done for me. Thank you, Killian. Any further conversations that anyone wishes to have? So you arrive in Saerloon.
My whittling is now done.
Okay.
And what you can now see is a perfect replica of June's quarterstaff, surrounded by like a little lizard with some scales representing her scales.
Okay.
Hey guys, well, we didn't really get to bury June, and I wanted to do like a little memorial, so maybe we could just like put this in the water and say goodbye.
That's a great idea. Let's do that. say our goodbyes to June. Come on, guys. Let's all go. Let's all do this right now.
Who's June? I thought we had an agreement.
Quit being obtuse.
Well, it was just I
Fine.
like to bury them, and I didn't get to bury her because Ollie made me turn around. And as Killian was saying, we don't really want to like forget him, but I made this for her.
It's beautiful. It really is.
I say it is very thoughtful
We could just
of you.
put it in the water and watch it float away in silence.
The sound of silence.
I think she would like that.
She was always asking me to stop talking, so I think that's the best contribute I can give to her.
Maybe we could do it like... Have you ever heard of the people that put people on a boat and then they shoot a firing arrow at them?
Oh, that would be so nice.
Maybe we could put them on a boat and... Nah, we don't have that. Forget it. Alright. Silence.
Start a fire. I could dip an arrow in it and...
You might miss.
You make your way to a stream that flows into the ocean from near Saerloon. It's the Saerloon River, and you certainly have a bit of an audience as your little caravan stands and watch as you take what you whittled and you set it afloat on the river. And you all pay your respects however you would.
Ray stands in silence.
Be at peace.
You watch as the little figure floats into the tide and is caught up in the current and whooshed out to the horizon around the river bend and presumably out to sea as you all stand and pay homage to June in silence. With a bit of a somber tone, you make the walls of Saerloon.
Before we get there, I want to talk to Morthos and JB.
What did I do?
Nothing. You see Mr. Kandim over there, Luque? The aloof guy and the dwarf he's got?
I see those people, yes.
Well, I just keep remembering things as we sleep and I become less weary. When I have time to think on the road, well, this gentleman is caught up as well in the dwarf, in the Zint. He's in some trouble. He's being the Kadim has been hired to bring him to Zimni and Respin. Those are the guys who also kidnapped me, I believe, in searching for the power that I had once found. So as we get here in I would very much not like to see this man fall into the hands of the Zent. If there's any ideas that you may have in following or procuring him from the Kadim, who is, well, bound to do his work.
Hey, it's a low blow. Alright?
How did you get this information?
Well, I did hear in the farmhouse about Phineas, I believe, was talking about getting a package that the Knolls had intercepted, and it seemed to have been that Remni and Zimni, or Zimni and Respin, would figure it out. Well, you know how I can do the talk in your mind thing?
Yes.
And well, I had done that with this. Well, I got to see you, and I didn't see any of you, but it's okay. We'll talk about, our failures hopefully soon before our next battle. But I did this with the dwarf to see if he knew why he was bound, to get some information, if you will. And he said he had heard the name Zimni mentioned in his by this Kadim and others around him for his destination.
And why do you want to save him?
Well, I think he may have some information. Also, he looks very much like a person that I traveled with. Remember how you guys saw a halfling that looked like me who was dead? And then they captured me and they were asking me all these questions. I believe this dwarf is very much like a person that I traveled with.
One of your party you abandoned because of a vision of a lion.
I was not. I did not abandon them. We were separated.
Pretty much the story I heard.
By the Great Line.
Okay, all right.
Is he either a mind or is
Oh well.
Inside.
Just throw your neck doing that.
I did. I see my chiropractor on Saturday. So okay.
If you care for this person, as Morthos is suggesting, then I believe, of course, we will help you.
I believe he is a dwarf named Bruck Staunchstone, who would have been our chief fighter and second in command, if you will, of our party.
this someone you believe he is the man say he is? I will do whatever is necessary to prevent him from falling into the hands.
I appreciate that, and I'm nervous because the Kadim he's no Knoll, if you will.
They are quite legendary from a abilities and skills.
So you would you like me to cover up his what he looks like? Is that what you're asking?
I'm just trying to figure out if there's a way for us to prevent him from reaching his destination.
Do you need me to kill someone? Like that way? Because I won't.
Right. Well, what if he gets to the destination and the person he's looking for is not there? What is the destination?
I believe
forget what you said.
I believe it's to Zimni and Respin. The were rat that got away and took me. Yes. Yes. So there's more to it than just me wanting to save this guy.
They say two birds with one stone and use them as bait. I would love to actually kill this little whale rat and anyone else who took it.
I would agree. The issue we may have is we have to talk to Kelson, and I'm sure the minute we get into Saerloon, Mr. Candim is going to want to go on his own way. Is there a way that we can...
The person that Kelson wanted is dead. I believe that can wait if it must.
Alright, well that's a good point. Very good point. So I just, again, wanted to bring it to your attention before we actually get to the city. We can talk to the rest of the group.
So if you know this man, why is he still tied up?
Oh, well, he's not. He is the Kadim's prisoner. And the Kadim is very insistent on keeping him bound and escorting.
Would you take money instead? You pay him whatever he is being offered.
We can try to persuade him. I'm very unsure of that being happen, as he feels bound to this contract that he has.
Well, I'll tell you this. Oliver has played some pretty sweet moves on people's minds in the past. Perhaps he could use magic to convince the Kadim this is the wrong person.
And I would not. That's what has been my experience with everyone.
I know that I will need some assistance in freeing this. So however you want to play it, I will go along with. I tried before we left to talking to Mr. Kadim about Mr. Staunchstone, but he was unyielding.
Okay. I mean, why not?
So should we go? Do you want to talk to him now, or
You're in charge.
Do I need to make a
yeah?
suggestion?
So
Bart's always listening.
So you approach the walls of Saerloon.
Ray is fixing her hair, getting it nice and flat.
You've gotten the
For Jack?
static out,
Mhm.
and you have
My tiara is shining and
the
beautiful.
tiara is shining. You got your pigtails perfect. They're perfectly aligned.
Hey guys, you want to go to the inn? Just saying. Go for some lunch.
Could
Blue
go
Cow Inn.
Could go
No.
for some lunch, and we could maybe get Sally to work there.
I could go for a nice Reuben.
I think we need to find Kelson immediately. Deal with this. Deal
know,
with
we
Killian's friend.
We could go to the inn.
Head to
And-
the.
You know,
Maybe she could go to the inn,
Captain.
and we could find Kelson.
my hair looks pretty cute right now. Just saying. Like,
Maybe Ray could take Sally and her son to the inn, and we'll go find Kelson and talk to Curtis.
well, I
Yes.
feel like I have to follow Killian everywhere. I mean, I don't want him to get kidnapped again.
I
So-
guess
this is
then.
about the same area?
I guess we're going to Kelson and Curtis first then.
To do about your
Yeah, let's. Can we talk to Mr. Kadim for a minute? Ollie, I may need your help.
Right as rain. I'm here.
Trying to convince him to let his
Yes,
prisoner into our care, as his prisoner is a long lost traveler of mine.
You don't say.
I do say.
So you knew him?
I do know him.
Oh, was he
Part of the Wanderers 7.
really?
He was Mr.
Wow.
Mr. Brock.
Color me befuddled.
I don't know what color that is.
Oh, it's like a misty storm gray blue.
Yeah, she's right.
So I'm gonna take Ollie and JB and Morthos over there. If the two of you may
in other
just keep
words,
an
you
eye
just-
on the
you
caravan.
don't want me to talk. It's okay. I'll be quiet.
Oh, you can do that. That's fine.
Come to think of it, you
That-
could do that.
That is precisely what he was saying.
Just patience.
right.
Patience. Mr. Kadim Luque, sir.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Still disappointed I don't have my weapon.
Well, I will assure you that we did try our hardest. Maybe if our party member may have been more present in the battle, both literally and physically at the table, then we may have been able to do that.
We blame you.
It's your fault.
Jude's force. It is his fault.
As if.
Are you talking about Nazari? Nazari never fails.
Oh, I will.
I appreciate you accompanying me
In
to
fact,
Saerloon.
I feel like if we knew that you had escaped, we wouldn't have gone out of there. But I mean, let bygones be bygones.
It's talking nonsense. It's okay.
I don't understand.
It's alright.
Uh,
Don't worry yourself.
I won't. Thank you again for your assistance. I'll have to find my weapon myself, I suppose.
I apologize.
I do want to inquire again about your prisoner. I know that you are bound to a contract to deliver him.
I am.
I believe that that is probably not in the best interest for all parties involved. As
What they do with him is not my business. I'm supposed to take him and deliver him, and that is what I will do
what is your deadline for this delivering?
as soon as possible. The only reason why it's been hindered is because I lost my weapon.
Is there any way for us to hinder it a little bit longer as maybe we help you find your weapon and in exchange.
I'm here. I'm supposed to deliver the package to a specific location to meet an individual, and my contract is complete. I can find my weapon afterwards.
Okay, well that's good. Maybe we'll follow you or assist you in this delivering.
Fine with me.
That was way easier than I thought it was gonna be.
What if we just deliver him for him, and so he can go find the weapon?
He doesn't leave my sight until I hand him over.
What's the exchange look like usually for this? Is it like you show up and you can leave him there?
Public place. Hand him over. I receive payment and go on my way.
How much is your payment for Mr. Bruckstone? Stormstone.
It's not in monetary value.
Interesting.
Is it in heavenly treasure? Anam gives great treasure. Sorry, I wasn't supposed to talk.
I don't know
No, that's good.
what. I don't know what afterlife awaits me.
Oh, psh.
What?
Anam, of course.
So,
There's no one else. I mean, Anam could beat anyone, so.
He's the all-father of the giants.
He's the only father. Come on, guys. Psh.
Okay. So yeah, accompany me. I don't care. Just don't hinder me.
no hindering. I just again, once you hand him over, your contract's done. You don't care anymore.
Till I get my payment. Once I get my payment,
Does that happen at the same time?
yes.
I think an
He's not gonna
old-fashioned
die, right?
smash and grab at the
Doesn't
same
matter to
moment.
me.
Does that sound good to you guys?
I'm supposed to deliver him alive.
Are you planning on having some kind of fighting today? Is the exchange today?
The exchange is
How are you
whenever
getting?
I arrive, and I wait around until
How do you make
my
contact with your contact?
I have to go to the designated location and wait.
Which is where? I mean, you're gonna let us go anyways.
You can follow me, I suppose, and find out. Roll a persuasion check.
Can I guidance myself?
Then who is purchasing this person from you?
Nice.
We already know that.
I already know.
I
that
don't know
information.
that,
Yes, you do. I told you.
but I forgot it.
Your keen mind wouldn't let you.
You're right.
Persuasion, you said?
So just
15.
tell me.
Zemni, the were-rat.
Oh, that guy. Do I know what he looks like?
A white were-rat.
White rare rat.
Have I seen him before?
He
Yes.
had, yeah.
I think
He was in the
Zach-
battle when I was in a cage.
Perfect.
Could I
We don't know what he's
could I
getting,
ask you
though.
something?
His payment.
The Black Viper. I'm supposed to wait at the Black Viper. It's a tavern on the docks.
Oh, you should change it to the Blue Cow Inn. That place is much nicer. And you can get a really nice milkshake.
Roll persuasion.
They designated the location.
And do you know what your contact looks like, or who is meeting you there?
I do. Look,
Wh-
I've told you enough. You didn't bring my weapon.
I tried.
You did, but failed.
E for effort.
So I'll let you follow me there.
Is that your only weapon?
That's my only handheld weapon.
Handheld. Got it.
Listen, before we
Just
go
asking questions.
before we go there,
Can,
and before we lose contact, might I ask you one more question before we leave?
Anything, Nazari.
We were friends at one point, correct?
I would be honored to be called your friend.
Would you do something for me?
I forgot about that.
Just
I
to
would've
try
included
something. I have a feeling, but I just want to see. Will you shake my hand?
He grasps your forearm.
Use the power of thought. Harder!
He looks at you. Says, keep searching, Nazari.
I thought that slim chance you might awaken my memory.
I wish I could.
What if you let him turn in Brooke? That might return his memory. Like he just needs one last hurrah.
That quest is his own.
What if this is his quest?
Roll persuasion check.
You need
Totally forgot about the whole.
You need a 40.
17.
Looks at you. No, I'm sorry.
I'll regain them one day.
If you wish to accompany me, I know you have business to attend to. I'll wait at the Blue Cow Inn
Get their milkshakes. It's delicious.
until you're ready.
Tell
Strawberry.
Jackie say hi.
That is
Strawberry milkshakes, specifically.
much appreciated in your patience.
I owe that much to Nazari.
I appreciate it.
So you accompany him to the Blue Cow Inn with Selly and pretty much the whole party. They take rooms there, and you determine that you'll deal with that bit of business later. But first you want to deal with figuring out what you're going to do with this cadaver that you are carrying behind you, which the guards all look at you, but then they see who you are, that you are the Shades who were sent out by Captain Curtis, and they simply kind of whisk you on towards the Watcher's barracks, where Captain Curtis is stationed. So you make your way to the Watcher's barracks, and you approach the stockade that is within the outer walls that surrounds the keep of the barracks, and you make your way into the stone edifice, and
Is the door closed?
the door is opened.
Dang it.
There are guards standing with it open. You arrive around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and after you get your escort tees situated at the Blue Cow, you arrive and you come upon a conversation that is being had between Captain Curtis, a halfling that you recognize, Kelson Mare, and a female. The three of them talking together. Carissa, would you like to describe your appearance?
Sure. It's weird to talk. I'm not used to this.
It's only been 2.5 hours of you sitting there watching.
And my eyes go cross-eyed at points. But the character, that female character that you see, is wearing purple and black robes. It's hard to tell sitting down, but probably seems to be around 5 feet, 8 inches tall, so a little bit higher than 5.5 feet. And she has thick platinum blonde hair that has just been pushed back. Just a beautiful mane. Just truly, impressive.
Glorious.
Yes, glorious. That goes to, mid-back, but it's just pushed back over her shoulders. And when you get closer, you can see that she does have pointed ears. Not as pointed, maybe, as a full-blooded elf, but you can tell when you get closer that she does seem to be a blend of human, but with elven ancestry added somewhere in that mix there. And you also see, when she turns around and sees you coming, that she does have very bright silver eyes. And that's her description.
Okay. And so the three of them look at you. Well, Curtis recognizes you, and then the female sees you as Kelson is talking, and he's saying, "So I was just thinking that perhaps she could help. She's got a history, and, well, she's been instrumental in helping us to defend against the Zentarum thus far. Since she's arrived just 2 days ago, we've shored up our defenses, and, well, she understands." And at that, there's kind of an interruption as your party enters together. You see Curtis, Kelson, and this female there. Curtis kind of sees you and motions to Kelson to stop. He says, "So, the Shades are back?"
Yep.
That's right.
And you're carrying something with. Did you lose one of your party members?
Yeah, that's not who.
Yeah, but that's not who we're carrying.
Yeah,
Oh. Well, A, I'm sorry for your loss.
we are too.
Truly. And B,
I mean, she was okay.
who are you I think I might know. Who are you bringing? As he looks at the hat you're wearing. And then he notices
And Bart
the hilt of your sword.
grabs the sheet and like a magician it's like voila. Bart, come on. Stop it.
Kelson looks over
Show some
and
respect.
kind of palms his head, says, all right, please tell us what happened.
He got stabbed twice in the chestal region.
You couldn't save him?
It was a tough one. He was a fighter. And we tried our hardest, and it just to no avail.
Curtis looks at him and, why are his hands bound?
We wanted to make sure, in case he was necromantic in nature, he wouldn't come back to try to fight us. Turns out he's not. Good news for everyone here.
Roll a deception check.
I'm letting him die by the sword on this
Is
one.
he rolling against me?
What
I
do
want
you-
to see if I like.
Are you
believe him.
Are you inciting him?
Yeah.
Go ahead and incite.
11.
29.
Damn.
They believe you. Kelson kind of. Well, I suppose I understand that.
I did get information for you, Kelson.
Please share. We need to know what the Zentarum are up to, and did you? You found the captain. That's good, but we need to know why the Zent still wanted him after he lost the item.
They are... JB, you have a keen mind, and I told you, right?
Well, it's clear that Phineas, the gnome, leader of the Zentarum around these parts,
Curtis kind of takes out a little notepad and starts writing.
was that person, as well as, what did you say, the lady,
Yes,
a bunch of half-gnolls of...
I'm sorry, did you
two.
say the lady?
the lady. Yeah,
Yes.
that's what
The lady?
well, that's my
The-
assumption. I
the-
did not
yes.
say that.
that's what they refer to.
He kind
as.
of looks over at the female and he says, "Do you know anything about the lady?"
The lady? Are we assuming that there's a capital T and L here?
Yeah.
I see. There have been whispers of a lady. I heard some rumors of goings on that would be nefarious in nature. But I have been conducting my own research during my time here. But I know nothing more.
So Kelson speaks up. So you've never done any consulting work for her then?
Not for the lady. I have done quite a lot of consulting work, but I would remember a capital T, capital L, the lady. There's not many of those. It's a bit of a skew.
And if you did do consulting work, I presume that you don't necessarily speak about past clients.
Oh no, I'll tell you about that. Once I'm stopped being paid, it's the next bit of coin that pays the bills.
That's great.
All right, I can appreciate your lack of confidentiality.
It is a tough world.
The captain speaks up. I'll make a note of that as well.
Please. It's very good to
Kelson?
work with note-taking clients. I like the organization.
All right, so the lady.
No, the point is they were attempting to beat information out of the captain here,
Oh,
Captain
this old
Tooth.
strategy.
in order to find an item in a small lockbox.
Which we've talked about that already.
Yeah.
It seems to me that the Zent are seeking powerful items and places, and I think Captain Tooth had come across one or two of those type of things in his travels.
And
So they were trying to get more information out of him other than just the whereabouts of the items.
So there's more than just the item that they're after.
Well, I think most cults and gangs and things are constantly after power, so I believe so.
It is very common for villains to accumulate power in the collecting of magical artifacts, magical people, or just very wicked. Usually dead beings or beings that have been locked away and they need to revive them.
Pretty good consultant.
It's very trite, but it's a solid strategy.
I'm sorry, were you there at our meeting that we just had yesterday?
No. But if you'd like to share, I'm always collecting information. And I would like to take notes.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Who the hell are you?
Ah! That is a good question. You're a sharp individual, I can tell. You seem like a very handsome cat.
Yes, her finger.
Hey, Tabeshi.
Tabeshi?
Yep, Tabeshi.
Tabeshi.
Oh, you said it right.
Tabeshi.
Tabeshi, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
who's you?
Well, who's me? The answer is very clear. My name is Mariska Hale, and I am the world's first and best villain consultant. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Bartender, could I get another round of drinks? Could you put it on?
Wait, we have a bartender here?
The captain kind of just yells forward, "Hey, more rum. Yeah.
There's like two
She's
empty
a
rum
villain
glasses.
consultant, but she also, apparently, according to Kelson, who's a bad guy.
Oh, that was about to be my question.
Right.
So you're not
I
a
hope you
villainous.
figured out what's going on here by now, right?
No.
No.
You're a villainous
I just-
consultant, or a villain consultant, or a
so
consultant about
Kelson
villains.
has hired Miss. What was her name again?
Mariska.
Mariska to.
Mariska.
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 Oh, no, I get it. Marishka.
That is
Mariska.
perfect. You
Oh,
have
yeah.
a keen tongue there for
Oh, yeah.
languages.
Has hired her to help fortify this place against
So they hired
their
someone
enemies.
evil to protect against evil?
Evil is such a strong word, really.
Well,
I
there's only
prefer
good
to
and
avoid
evil.
the labels.
A nom is good, and then anything outside of a nom is evil. Easy.
That's cute. You
well-
are a very
Well,
big
let
little
me
girl.
just say, Miss Ray, I appreciate your black and white nature. I do, and it's true. There is evil and there is good, and well, Mariska is playing for the good guys.
Oh, so she's under a nom's team?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I love a nom.
That's awesome. Me too.
That is wonderful.
So cool.
He's so good. and kind.
Okay,
Just like you.
back to the
Well-
task at hand here. They're also looking for an island.
What kind of island?
A hidden one.
Oh, I love
Well,
those.
you're a. That's why they wanted the captain.
Yeah. Again.
That's why they wanted the captain, and you know where the island is. I hope, since he's dead.
Kind of.
Not really.
Sort of.
I'm confused. Is it the same island we've been talking about? They want to go to?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
Why? What are you putting together?
This is bad.
How
news.
is your brain firing? What are your neurons
Please
saying?
explain
I'm not sure
what you're
that
talking
we should-
about.
It's just a thought here.
Sharing all of
I
our
have
information.
an idea that these people are really trying to consolidate some sort of power in order to raise one who has been sealed away for many a moon, Lord Seed. Do you know of this vampire of ancient origins?
No,
Well,
I don't know about him either.
Yes, well, he has been locked away, from what I read, by an order of clerics on an island around these parts. And we heard, Killian heard mention of a few things, and the captain mentioned a few things that is making me assume that they're attempting to obtain items to assist in the resurrection of this vampire.
So, yeah, I think the understanding is that Tooth was part of an order to protect this island from people getting in and trying to raise up or use this Mr. Lord Seed's power. And so the Zent were trying to beat out of him the location of such island.
And luckily, they'll never find that out because he unfortunately took stab wounds to the chest. Very
I hate
unfortunate.
unfortunate stab wounds. They always ruin the day. How did the unfortunate stab wounds happen again?
I don't know.
Really?
It was crazy. We found him that way. I did CPR.
Did you?
Yeah.
No, it was a third party.
Yeah.
Outside of our privy.
Correct.
That all the people you're speaking to currently.
Really?
Correct.
Do you know where the island is or not?
Kind of.
Then you need to go there.
That's not.
That doesn't seem
There is.
like
Yeah,
a
well,
good
if they're trying to
idea.
find it and
but
they're trying to get something there, then you need to get it before they
the
do.
only people that know.
Well, first they were trying to get something else that we just discussed.
Correct.
With Kelson.
Oh, right. I have it.
That may be
Captain.
the first step in figuring out how to stop this mess.
Close the doors. Get rum. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I was like, rum.
Scared me.
Rum comes in. All right. Now close the doors. Right. Okay. Kelson pulls his coat back and takes out a small, what looks to be ovular case. About the size of a 1 or 2 cigar humidor type box. And he
Churchills or torpedoes or
torpedoes.
Robustos?
Yeah. And
Cookie doughs?
Cookie doughs.
Is that a thing?
He puts it on the table that the three of them are sitting at, and he kind of slides it towards you, JB.
Is this the box you spoke of?
Yes, this is what he had that we took from him that the Zentarum wanted, and now...
I'd like to
And
insight.
he looks at you in particular, Oliver. And he looks at your hat.
He's playing with the feather. Actually, Bart is.
He kind of shakes his head a little bit. I'm entrusting to you. And he looks down at the pin that you have on your lapel. And I think that you'll have more use for it. And perhaps take a target off of our back, right, Marishka?
I would agree.
How would you spell your name for Chip Douglas?
Oh, the way that I would spell it in this alphabet would be M-A-R-I-S-H-K-A.
Thank you. Carry
You're
on.
quite welcome.
So, do you guys want me to oimel into the box to open it?
I believe he said they tried all that.
I'm pretty strong smasher.
You do seem very strong.
Thank you. I am quite strong.
Sometimes magical items, if there is a magical item in this box, if they are destroyed, can cause backlash in the.
So oimel into the lock, not the box. Got it.
No.
We tried force, and there's no discernible lock, and, well, there's not... We wanted to keep it secret from the Tower of Maestra, just because we don't know if everyone there is trustworthy.
Okay.
And so, perhaps, JB...
So, yes. First, well, before I say anything, I'm currently inciting the party that I don't know yet to see if we can
Go ahead and roll an insight check.
share more. 10.
I would like to insight him to see like if I'm picking up on that.
Sure.
He just talked about magic. Ooh. 15.
Marishka, you discern that this creature that stands before you, creature the likes of which you've never seen, the species of before, has some...
I'm blue, I will green, I will... Oh. I have a theme song.
I like it.
has some significant magical energies about him. You discern from, well, it's interesting. There's no wizard book about him, so perhaps he's akin to the type of arcanist that you are. But there's certainly a magical presence that is within him.
Well, that is until you see my hand go to my necktie, and I perform the... First, I'm going to do a couple tests, detect magic, and identify this
and
box.
as he does this, you've never seen a spell stone like the one he has affixed to his bow tie. You've heard of them, and it can serve as a spell book for adept arcanists. It takes a lot to actually make one of these. And as he traces the runes for detect magic, you watch as his eyes flare with a purplish energy, and then as he goes through and identify ritual, you discern that this is probably a wizard of not insignificant power. You've met powerful arcanists, and you don't know what the height of his power is, but certainly someone more than just a mere purveyor of parlor tricks. And so you cast Detect Magic, and there is an abjuration aura that emerges from the box. And as you detect magic, you get the sense that it is a magical... as you identify it, it is a magical box that will only open with the right magical word uttered, unless more powerful magic is utilized to force the magical seal to open.
Hey, JP.
Yes.
Do you think maybe utilizing my precious could open it? Like, if I go... Pew, pew.
Because I do not know much about it, I feel like it might be dangerous.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Magical feedback is a real thing. You must be careful.
Magic can talk to us. And it can say, "You're doing badly! You're doing good!" That's kind of cool. Why hasn't it done it so far?
So you're admitting that the weave is maybe what is talking to you and not a nom? Is that what you're saying?
The weave? What's a weave? Isn't that like a
That is
fancy
a
hairstyle?
painkiller. It's a painkiller.
Oh. That doesn't make any sense.
Okay. I'm focusing on this here. So what we have here, if you've tested it previously, we've got wards. This box is warded. Magically. I'm not quite sure how strong the ward is. I can try a couple things.
Before we do that, Mr. Kelson and Captain, do we think Miss Mariska?
Mariska.
Can I call you Riska?
That was close. Sure, why not? You're strong. That's good.
Do we trust her with what's going on?
Well, as you can see, there's no such thing as confidentiality. So I trust her to do the job she's been hired to do.
Yes. Money is very secure. And I have to say, I admire the way you ask if I'm trustworthy while I sit here to feed from you.
Because I'm not talking to you.
That is very brave.
Yeah.
So
I'm not afraid
what
of
I'm
you.
saying is,
Well,
she will be trustworthy to accomplish the task. Which, by the way, now that my associates have arrived, I can tell you what you've been hired to do.
Yes, and then we can revisit the subject of the pay.
Oh, it absolutely.
Yeah?
Half of your payment is right here, and he holds up a pouch of 500 gold, puts it in front of you.
510.
So 500 is what we agreed upon.
Yes, but
I'll give you
didn't tell me.
510 upon the completion of your task, which is to consult with the shades and make sure that they don't fall into the hands of the Zentarum now that they have the item.
All right. 510 later. That sounds good.
We only have one villain in our group. I don't know who she's planning on consulting.
Who's the villain?
Who's the villain?
No, friends.
We know who the villain is here.
Friends, you have it wrong. I do not consult other villains. You see, I was a villain. Therefore, in a sense, I sort of consult myself. But through consulting myself, I consult you. And I help you make decisions that lead less to death of party members. With more intellect and with more planning. It is always good for adventurers to walk into situations knowing if there are going to be traps or if there are going to be minions placed strategically, like with style and theme, you know? A little bit of insight into that helps.
Unnatural 20 for inciting her.
That's really good.
If she's in it, like,
Is she in it to win it?
is she in it to win it?
She's in it.
Her actual intentions, is she still villainous as she describes herself?
So everything, as you discern, she is speaking you complete truth. There are certainly motivations as to why she's in this business that she's not discussing, but that could be for further conversation. Okay. Captain Curtis looks at you. So, you guys are okay with this then? With Marishka, accompanying you?
No. Well, we don't need a consultant here.
I think you do.
We did just lose June.
Oh, you lost somebody?
And more importantly,
That
you
is so
now have
sad.
that box, which means the Zentarum are going to come after you hard.
I would trust anybody with that accent, really.
It just screams
Authenticity.
and trustworthiness.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You know, I take every comment from clients to heart. And I will make a note of that.
I will give you a 5-star review if you keep us alive.
Well, I
6
mean,
star.
it sounds as though
Those
you are.
don't exist.
I'll make it.
Think like the enemy. Right? She can think like the enemy. This is golden opportunity.
And the catch here is that I will not be the enemy. So it's like having pre-game with the enemy, but not having to actually deal with the enemy. Do you see the
Speaking of
draw
pregame,
here?
More rum.
Yes, I like you. You guys are a great party. You have your priorities straight.
You want to know our super awesome team name?
I would love to know it.
It's
Because I know where to put the taxes later.
super helpful adventurers doing exciting stuff.
Or the shades.
Now, real quick, we're not paying her, right? You're paying her.
I've
for this?
already taken care of that.
I do accept tips, though.
Mhm.
Here's a tip. Your accent's delightful.
It's
you.
I say
I
it's
literally
very
took-
similar to Morthos. Are you from the northwest? Far northwest?
Well, you see,
Neverwinter?
Actually, I can't imagine where Morthos
I'm
comes
sorry. You can have your pleasantries another time. Morthos, are you okay with this arrangement?
Check
Alright.
your head.
I gotta be honest.
Well, he's the boss.
I'm interested to know what's in the box.
from. What's in the
Like,
box?
I think it's time to go ahead.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try this spell here. It's
Oi, Melinda spell?
well, yes, but it's far more powerful than your hammer.
Whoa!
More precise, really.
That's so cool. Can I learn it?
So I'll knock it as I just hold my neck and pop my hand
Maybe it
down,
steps back about 10 feet.
and the noise emanates through the room.
So there is a majestic explosion of arcane power that reverberates through the hall.
That is so powerful!
my rum almost spills and I, catch it
Oh.
quickly.
The rum bottles all shake and kind of clatter together. The doors rattle, and the flying buttresses that adorn the wall all kind of are moved aside as if
Oh no, not the buttresses.
Flying
unfurled
buttons.
in the breeze. And as we look to see what is in the box, we're going to do our second giveaway.
Ooh.
So if you would like to have a chance to win the two little minis that are there, the Revenant and the Invisible Halfling, then you can type into the chat right now, ! exclamation point box, BOX, exclamation point box, for your chance to win those 2 little minis. If we get 3 new subs before the end of the evening, then we'll include the glass golem that's there as well.
Ooh.
So, exclamation point box for your chance to win those 2 little minis. As the sound deadens, as the echo dies down, you see that the little cigar humidor-shaped box has its lid slightly popped ajar as a crease has emerged where previously there was none.
What happened?
There's a crease. There's a hole in that box.
I just wanted me to say it.
We can't.
No.
Moving
Where
on.
was the
Moving
okay,
on.
hold on. Where was the crease? I don't get it. A crease in a box?
Crevice in the thing that
Yoink.
opened. Your thing opened.
So the lock, it's okay.
Yeah,
it's not like
it-
fully sandwiched down anymore.
Correct.
I didn't know what crease meant.
The
Okay.
sandwich has opened.
I thought I damaged it or something. Well, I see, Kelson, this box is now open. Let me. I don't know, or at least the ward is gone. Morthos, would you mind looking at this thing to see if it's trapped in any way besides that? Maybe mechanically trapped is what I'm saying. Knock has no power over that. Or it may, I just have never used it in that way.
It's terrible.
There's no lock then? Oh, we could
No
open
traps,
it. If
just
you
open
want to open it, I will attempt it.
How about you let him open it?
Can I insight to see if that box is something that like a villain would booby trap? Does it look like it's high value?
Sure, go ahead and roll a
Where'd my dice go?
an insight check.
3. I can't
It's-
see it from across the
You
table.
haven't dealt with these. You're used to mechanical locks, not magical locks.
I could.
It does not look trapped to you, Morthos.
Would you like me to open it? You other people. Timid.
But I don't care who opens it. We're opening this
That's fine.
as a party. Yes.
Do we think there's more to it? I could cast something that would get rid of any magic that's on it.
I only saw abjuration over the outside of the box.
All right. Well, then I think.
I could. Let me inspect and detect once more before we open this, okay? And so I'll do that once again.
Okay, you go through another ritual.
Another cycle.
Oliver is creeping closer to the box.
Bart is.
Bart is creeping closer to the box.
Same.
Do we all see it?
Oh, you all see it.
I hit him with my stick.
Any magic outside or?
The box is now inert. There is a sliver of magical light coming through of a type of magic you've not seen before. But it, rather than feeling chaotic or
Like
cold,
like that spell.
it's more illuminating.
Maybe we should close our eye. Maybe it's a flash bomb or something. I don't know.
Do you want Bot
There's
to
weird
open it?
magic.
Nope.
Bot has just volunteered
But
to open
I
it.
can't handle it anymore, and I flick the top open. My curiosity has gotten to me,
Killed the cat.
much like the tabaxi.
Tabeshi, yep.
Tabashi, yep.
Let us see if it kills the cat.
The box is open.
Well, this is what we're here for, I suppose, and not the top. I flip the top open. What is going on here?
Just a person.
As you flip
Hilarious.
as you flip the box open, there is a image that flashes through your mind which
Uh-oh.
causes you to immediately begin to laugh hysterically. having
That's quite funny.
having steeled yourselves from the image, you look and see that there looks to be a thin, almost visor-like implement that look like bifocals, except it's all one piece. And it seems to be of some sort of material that's has flexibility, as malleable as it's kind of bent into the ears of the bifocals. The bars are kind of tucked behind it, but there's no hinges at all. It's all one smooth piece.
Ooh.
There is a notch in the middle for where it looks like it would set on one's nose.
Well, I think maybe a villain has some poor eyesight, because this looks like just a pair of lenses. There's nothing. Well, there is. I still see this magic that I have not ever seen before, but I'm unaware of what it does.
Well,
Is there any inscriptions or markings on the inside of the box?
Here, I slide the box over to him. Take a look here.
Is there any inscriptions or writing on the inside of the box?
Roll perception.
21.
There is nothing. It simply seems to be a container for this item. And based off of what Oliver explained from Captain Tooth, it seems that if you would care to learn further of how the item was acquired, you'd have to find the most notorious pirate of the Sea of Fallen Stars, Captain Whitebeard. However, for now, you seem to have a unique artifact that is you'd need to spend more time with to discern what it actually does.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'll
do an Arcana check immediately as well. And
Go ahead and roll an Arcana.
I'll pick it up
Yeah, you pick it up.
to check it and look at it.
While he's checking, I'm just going, oh yeah, explaining the Whitebeard part.
25.
Dude got it from Whitebeard.
I presume you explained that when you had your sidebar conversation.
Jake forgot it.
Because you said that I tell them all that
Yeah.
kind of a thing. And if you didn't, then you did now. We'll retcon that. As soon as you pick it up and you kind of seek to discern, you all watch as there is a flash of light that emanates out from these glasses. And you all kind of instinctively close your eyes and turn away. And Marishka, you kind of
I lean in and
grit your teeth. There's a slight turn, but then
I did warn you.
you kind of lean in excitedly at what is this new magic, as it is certainly something that you would yourself be very interested in. And you all watch as your entire body is glowing with an illuminated white light as the glasses lift up out of your hands and they kind of peer at everybody.
I wave.
So does Mishka.
And you watch as Killian and Oliver's body also glow with a white color, as does Marishka's.
Would you look at that?
And the glasses look at each one, kind of look Killian up and down. It almost cocks its head to the side as if considering, turns to Marishka, stays there for a bit, and then turns to you and looks you up and down, moves in closer to you, looks at your necklace or your the hopper necklace that you have, as well as your tie. looks at your hat, looks around at the rest that aren't illuminated, and then with lightning speed, you can try to roll a dexterity save if you wish. It zooms towards your face and flips around and affixes itself to around your eyes.
Well, I will try to dodge it.
Go ahead and roll a dexterity save.
I will.
I jump in front to get my.
Yeah,
You can do
just
it.
what you want.
This is gonna be when you roll well.
Yeah, right. 17.
Oh my gosh.
You go to bat it away, and it kind of dodges around your hand as it flips and just right on your ears, and it rests there as the rest of you all no longer are illuminated,
Oh.
and the illumination on JB grows brighter, where you all avert your eyes once more as the room goes dark. And that's where we're going to pick up our episode next week.
He's dead.
Very cool, very cool. Que sera, sera.
Cerritos back?
I got plenty of backups.
So thank you all
I
for
always
checking
get the
out the
first
show tonight.
curses.
You're not dead.
We appreciate you hanging out with us as we did a little bit of role playing, introduced Carissa's new character, Marishka.
Hello, everyone.
She's going to be great. And got back to Saerloon. And so we hope that you will join us every Tuesday night. Of course, if you would like to catch up on past episodes, and you can go to our YouTube channel. They're all up there. And we would certainly appreciate if you subscribe to the YouTube channel, which of course is free. And follows here, subscribes here are always appreciated. And of course, we also have our Instagram and Twitter, which you'll see in the stream ending panel that you can get there. And we'd love to engage with you on all of those social media platforms. But we would love for you to join us again next Tuesday night at 7:30 Eastern Time as we all continue to loot, die, and repeat. Good night, everybody. Cheers.